Grab yourself a seat and keep those hands in the vehicle at all times. You're about to be taken on a ride through the untamed wilds of internet role-playing. Observe them in their natural habitat.
So you head out.
You know that would be funny. I didn't know there'd be consequences.
Enjoy the splendor of their spurgery.
Felix, who is the lion fauna,
And feast your eyes upon the questionable creations of internet randoms.
Actually, I've never DM'd before.
This is the Supernova Safari.
Hi, I'm Blake with the Supernova Safari, and Celsi Baka idiot, don't read that! Give me that! I'm also joined by Noah.
Hey, it's me, Far from Lima, calling you from a distress signal.
Liam.
Now's our chance for an all-out podcast!
Ben.
The reason I really like Orpheus is because he's like really starts your journey on Persona 3, and I just like him a lot. I like his design, I like what he represents, all that. Yeah, so that's my number 4.
And Richard.
Well, the Persona series has some great mascots, but personally, I P4 the bear.
I'm gonna fucking murder you.
Okay.
And
I knew we'd get that
welcome to
reaction.
Another episode of Velvet Room Rejects, everybody. Woo!
Liam, I don't know why you said yours was like bad. That was actually pretty funny.
It's bad.
Oh no, I'm cringing.
No,
I don't
it's
get it
bad
all.
because he did the same one last week, but
Oh,
just ended the end
no.
bit to it.
Oh,
No.
I didn't even remember.
I like no. I'm fucking with him. All right, everyone. If you missed our last dive into the compendium here, I got a lot of characters still. We didn't even get through a third of them, and
We're
I'm
recording
only
this on
making
the same
list
day.
longer. yeah.
Well, and that's also with like, just some research. There are many more out there. This is a never-ending hole.
Yeah, Noah's
Yeah.
chained me to my desk. I won't stop until we've gone through every Persona character ever written.
Until you learn. I just love the franchise so much. I want to share people's hard work and bully them relentlessly.
And please welcome our reoccurring guest character, Richard.
Yeah, special guest, Round Flaws, Richard.
The guest's so nice, you had him twice.
He's finally unlocked.
And maybe more in the future.
Yeah,
Potentially.
finally. No longer a silhouette on the character select screen. I have to say, we didn't do a lot of constructive criticism last week, guys, and I feel like that might be a bit relentlessly mean. So today's episode, I'm going to have a little special feature where when we cover these characters, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to prompt you guys that we're going to at least come up with at least one improvement that can be made to all of these characters. This is the theme of tonight. We're on an improving spree.
You want us to fucking fix these?
I want you to suggest one thing we could change to make this better. And I want you to attempt to do the least amount of change possible with the most successful result.
Like keep it in the theme. Don't.
Oh
change
yeah.
it.
We could change all of these perfectly, but I want you to think of the most efficient change possible. Because we can't just bully people. We have to prove that we're better than them also by improving their character.
Ben shaking as he debates whether he can take out the bakery. Or the cafe. The cafe.
Yeah. You don't want to lose the cafe.
I can't wait for Ben's cafe episode.
My cafe
compilation.
Wait, what cafe are we referring to? Because there's several in my memory.
Well, that's the thing.
That's the joke.
You just bring them all together and your cafe is special.
Because to me, I'm thinking about, there's the cafe from, well, I won't spoil it, but there's a cafe in a certain person's backstory that was very important to it. But there's also the always funny joke of the non-canon but canon
out of realm cafe.
The out of realm cafe.
Oh my fucking god! That was in a side game that Matt was in, right?
Yes,
right?
that
was in that text one, wasn't it?
Yes.
God, text role players, the bane of my existence.
I believe it was. I believe it was a combined game where they had the normal voice game, but then you could go and play in the text server anytime you want, and they called it the non-canon cafe.
Dude, I gotta take my hat off and salute to those guys who are like, I'm always here to DM you if you want to get a little extra in. That shit's powerful. That shit scares me.
Listen, I've
been in a game like that, and
that is a bit scary.
It was revolutionary.
Listen, man, I give you fucking 8 hours, and you clap because it's way more than I should, and nothing else.
Well, why don't we get started here? Blake, you're on first plate. Here you go. Please, can you tell us about Mr. Okuro Fumio /K?
Okay. One question.
Yeah, of course.
Two questions. So
of course. You've already cheated me. Great.
Yes, the game this time is to improve it while changing it, damaging it in the least way possible.
Yes.
So that means like no completely different backstory, but you could sub in a completely different arcana with reasonings that relate to the backstory, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, and question 2, does the person reading the prompt also participate in the game?
Yes, of course. Okay.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna just randomly pick 2 people saying like you're doing it this time.
Well, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'll elect them. Sure. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, just it's unlucky, I guess.
And then sometimes we can fight back and say you do it, Noah.
Yeah, that's a good one. You'll never win because I've already improved all of these.
So no, is there any prompting for like the game this person is applying to?
Yeah, so we're back at Persona, the Sea of Fate, if you've forgotten from last episode. It's the one on the man-made island in Japan. Basically, very simple setup. Have you heard of Persona 3? It's kind of like that one, but it's in a college, I believe. So we are coming in at character name Okuro Fumio. What's your gender, sir?
Male.
What's your age?
Oh, I see this isn't in the age where they ask for pronouns.
Base. Very cool.
I'm 18.
Yeah, what's your appearance?
I don't know the anime, but I am a tall, black-haired Asian basketball player.
Yeah, I will in the future just accept anime character.
Yes.
Arcana, sir.
Does anyone want to take a wild guess? Probably got it.
Well, we know nothing, but I'm gonna go with strength.
Close. Liam.
The Fool.
All right, Ben, you can score big points here.
Okay. So I gotta go. I'm gonna go with Wheel of Fortune.
Ooh, no winners tonight.
It is death.
Now, will we please extrapolate on this character?
Motherfucker!
How the fuck was I close?
I was lying.
What's the Arcana numbers?
Oh, well, Depth's 15 and Strength's like 8, I think. So, like, you know, a little bit. Wheel of Fortune's closer. Alright.
Yeah.
So how does this character represent their Arcana?
Fumio has recently moved in order to attend Yugakami Academy and is having to deal with the changes of a new place and a promise not to only study, but try to actually make friends. There's no period. The sentence hangs.
So continues. Yeah, very cool. How's your character represent death? I don't know. They moved. Awesome.
Wait, the fact. Yeah, wait. Hold on. I forgot the prompt as I was reading that because it literally didn't say anything.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh? That change is simple, easy.
Oh my god, that's so fucking lazy.
All you need is one sentence, dude. All right, well, let's not give him too much care. We haven't gotten any of the real.
Is it a real sentence if it has no period?
Good point. Yeah. So let's hear about his what's his backstory like?
A studious person, Fumio tends to be quiet.
Sorry, this is personality. I gave you the wrong prompt.
And reserved, unless there's a reason, or he is alone with friends. So he's like quiet and reserved, unless he isn't.
Yeah.
I love bios where they just cope and do whatever, and you're just like, man, he has his flaw, except sometimes he doesn't.
Damn, we're already every frame a piece of art. This guy, like, we're already making fun of him for each sentence.
Well,
but
well,
to be fair, that is one of the most generic sentences ever. Well, he's pretty studious, and then like he's around friends, he kind of relaxes.
Well, it's like the most common fucking thing. Which my character's like shy and introverted, unless like they aren't.
I would be less cruel about this if this wasn't one of the only 2 sentences about his personality.
when push is very idealistic and passion, and can be very passionate, leading others to think him as bipolar. I'm so kooky and crazy.
No, dude, he's reserved sometimes, but then he's loud, so he's bipolar.
He's not bipolar. He's autistic.
Well, he did say other people label that, so I'll give it to him. But
what do you mean, you people?
Yeah. So let's see what's his backstory? What is it before coming to the academy here?
Let me just take a sip.
Oh, sure.
Fumio was generally a normal kid.
Yeah.
Good grades, few friends, and DID, dissociative identity disorder.
Cool.
Wait, what?
Awesome.
Thanks, I hate it.
I'm glad the audience reaction is also just in there in parentheses.
Yeah, oh, fuck.
Yeah, stop talking like an asshole. This app doesn't need it. You can just read it plain text. Don't worry, buddy.
Oh, shit.
You don't need to punch this shit up.
Sorry, I wasn't
just
reading
trudge on.
I wasn't reading ahead. That caught me off guard. Yeah, he was kidnapped as a kid, and the experience left him fractured. Now, the studious introverted Fumio now has a brother in his head. The freedom fighting.
Awesome.
A rebel Kai. And they get along okay. Taking the advice of his childhood friend, Yuchi, and a therapist he was made to see, he decided to leave his hometown behind and move to finish his education.
No, I think you mean educapitan.
My brain won't let me even pronounce that.
EDUCATIPN, educapitan.
I don't know.
Educaptain. Catapin.
So here he's about to start his new life at Yugakami Academy.
I'm glad his therapist's advice for a dissociative identity order was to leave home.
I was just imagining the therapist from fucking
touch grass, dude. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Go be someone else's problem.
Literally, his friend also said, "Hey, leave. I don't want to hang out with you. Can you leave?" How are we feeling about a character who just unironically has 2 personalities?
See, like, I think having a voice in your head can be really interesting. Like, that's what I live with, okay? But
yeah.
But like, I don't think he's really using it to anything interesting, at least from the very little he says. Like,
dude, he's got 2 personalities.
Oh, you're so quirky and special.
Nah, dude, when he's on the basketball court, sometimes his eyes switch to 2 color and becomes the true emperor of the court, dude. Okay? Listen.
Don't you mean the true death of the court?
That happens when he merges his personalities.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
In this one, he only has perfect... He can either hot swap between perfect rhythm or seeing 5 seconds into the future.
This guy could really only come up with 2 sentences for a personality when his character has dissociative identity disorder. Pretty fucking lame, dude. I feel like you could get a little more done there.
You know, I'm pretty sure, and this might just be a random guess, Noah, but I think maybe he picked the persona before the backstory.
Yeah, you think so? Speaking of, what's his persona?
Jonas, the two-faced god.
Ah, we're going as easy as possible here.
From Roman mythology.
Does anyone need to know what Janus is? Does anyone here? Liam, do you know who Janus is?
No.
Janus, the god of beginnings, gates, transitions, time, duality, doorway passages, and endings. It's said to see the past and the future and give people choices to help decide their future by making them change by facing this choice. You will never be a woman!
Jesus.
Like, nice.
Just wanted to
I don't know why everyone loves Janus because he's probably the coolest god the Romans came up with. Because of the shit like, oh, the temple opens and closes during war, bros. But like,
Yeah.
But like, everyone always just goes with the Two-Face thing. I fucking hate this shit, this Harvey Dent lore, where they're just like, dude, he's got 2 faces!
like this is like the most fucking like literal shit, which is like, oh, you like actually are schizo. I wonder if this is gonna like, is that gonna be interesting, or is that gonna be like your anime side character quirk?
Yeah, no one ever goes with Janus, the god of gates. I have power over doorways. They're always like, Two-Face, lol.
Yeah, it's like, I
know which one I want.
he really, like, Mike's right, like, he really just picked this and went, ooh, I want, like, Janus is cool, how do I make my character relate to him? Got 2 personalities!
I'm so crazy!
I'm the Joker, baby!
Joker.
Okay, like, Janus being a death persona makes pretty simple sense to me. So, but how does he explain how it represents the Arcana?
Janus represents death by being the one who inspires the changes in others by making them face difficult choices that are diametrically opposed to each other, but the person could reasonably choose either.
Did this guy really get diametrically correct, but couldn't spell education?
I don't know.
As I will,
more like Taiki to me.
As I will always say in every one of these episodes, if we cover this kind of thing, you see those little red lines, just kind of click them and see what happens.
Fuck me, dude. Like, okay, like that's a really poor explanation of that. I feel like.
Why did the last sentence have a period, but this one doesn't? Why does he keep switching?
Dude, 2 faces. Mask on, mask off, dude. Okay, come on. That's Kay he's the rebel. He hates periods. He hates grammar.
That's really funny.
But you know, Fumio, he's on this.
Shut up.
All right. Well, how does the persona represent you, and how do you in turn represent the persona, buddy?
Janus and Fumio represent each other not just because of Fumio's mental disorder, but in his kidnapping, Fumio made a choice, and that choice created Kai. Fumio made a choice, and Janus gave him that choice.
So Janus gave you mental illness. Your persona gave you dissociative identity disorder.
Your persona gave you mental illness.
I find this one infinitely hilarious.
Persona 3?
Yeah, exactly. I find this one infinitely hilarious because he frames that this guy was like had like his I'm waking up to my power moment, which was to disassociate and become horribly mentally scarred. It's like, yeah, that was my rise up moment.
Oh shit!
I chose that.
Right, he's a part of Strega. That makes sense.
But really, like, how do we feel about that? I don't know. I like that it's like an on switch he chose.
Okay.
I feel like we may have canonized something to that effect in our Persona multiverse, per se. Personas can indeed give you mental illness.
But here in this guy, he's talking about like I chose to become.
You're correct. It's like his persona came to him and he was like, "You want a superpower?" And he's like, "Yeah, all right, here, have an imaginary brother."
I think the idea of it's a really easy thing, and I think a very interesting thing you could do with villains of like they evoke their persona, but like it fucks them up in some way where it's like they kind of have a better understanding of themselves, but like there's something fucked up going on. But like, I don't think that's what this guy is doing.
Yeah, like Strega is so cool in concept, but in execution.
So I just want to say one other thing is that this guy hard forced his why my persona fits me by having the persona be the thing that causes him to fit it.
Oh, it's so bad. Like that is not something that's like it's not like the guy who said this is like you have your personas or whatever. That guy is like he's digging his foot in and going, I've had my persona. And it's like, okay, man, like, I guess we're going to see if the GM likes that or not. Like, damn, dude. Come on, strong in your app. I've seen people do that when they know what the universe is like, but Well, you know, you're supposed to get them in the game.
And it's just so clear that he literally just thought Janice was cool and then made a character in the most like
100%.
surface level way to like be like, oh, like schizo, like two personalities, got it.
And we have to remember, another important factor of this game is this one's the text game, and it's a play-by-post game. So this guy is rolling up with like misspelling education and is like, "Let me into your text game."
If you're in a text game and you can't, if you're in a text game and you can't format your sentences correctly,
bro, you're walking up to a text game and your explanations are only 2 sentences. You need a lot. You need to show that if you can dump ass in text, and then you can be short and concise later. They want to see effort first.
Alright.
Let's bring it on home here. Does your persona have a special personality or separate personality? I fucking love this question.
It's so good.
Janice has a different personality, and the fact that whichever personality is non-control, they become Janice.
Okay.
This being the reason they can communicate despite that not normally possible for those that suffer DID.
I still don't understand how this guy and his horrible character idea came up with an interesting concept in that Janice is literally just always the personality that's not in use. It's really funny to me.
It's really fucking odd and, like, interesting.
That's funny to me. That's so fucking funny.
Well, it's like you get that like
because
that,
the GM now has to play how he acts when he's not acting as the other character. So this guy's gonna act like, here, I'm gonna tell you what Fumio's like, and then I'm gonna switch to K, and now you have to play Fumio, and now you have to play K.
Okay.
That's so funny.
Okay, never mind. I don't think it's cool anymore because this is the exact type of idea I could feel Nathan tries to pitch me.
Throwing your boy under the bus, let's go!
Fuck. Okay. I feel bad for the audience because they will never experience what it's like. I feel bad for Ben and Richard too. To have Nathan argue with you for an hour about his character concept.
It's fine.
Dude, take me back.
That was a fun.
Take me back.
If the viewers ever want peak Nathan, it's at the end of that one episode of One Piece where I just left in the part where we argued over why he's bad at combat. After the tiger fight.
The days of our
D&D. No, he left that in.
Yeah, it was really funny.
The days of D&D before we started editing out those fucking rants and like schizo podcasts.
And the 2-hour breaks where we get dinner.
Yeah, we should probably fix those sometimes. All right, ordeals. Let's bring this shit home. Only a few more. What's the character hopeful in the coming year?
Fumio just wants to finish his studies and maybe make some new friends.
Lowest point your character has gone out of?
Fumio escaped his kidnappers before they did anything or the police found them.
That question always feels really redundant. Does your character put a lot of emphasis on... Sorry, this question always fucks me up! Does your character put a lot of emphasis on in their lives? Because it's just wrong. It's just worded horribly.
Fumio is concentrating on his studies and staying out of trouble.
Alright, he didn't know how to answer. Good. If you had to choose, would you change fate or let it continue as is?
I love this question. Depending on the fate, but it's called fate for a reason.
I love this question more. Hey, what's his theme song?
Skillet's Monster. No,
guys.
Okay,
I think we should give like a 10 out of 10 at the end of this.
No. Yeah. So this is my favorite part of this. It's the fact that this is how his response is worded, and it's the fact that fate is uncapitalized and then capitalized.
It's based.
It's so funny.
Like I said, Fumio and Kei, they're both writing.
It's so funny. It's such masterful storytelling.
Rating out of 10? What do we give this guy?
Like
Would you accept him into your game?
No.
Okay, well, out of 10.
3.
Yeah, like a solid 3. Yeah! Alright, bros.
It can get worse, but, this is so nothing.
Alright, Liam, tell me how we fix this.
Oh, you're starting with me, dude. I don't even know.
Because you didn't talk enough. I go for the weak.
That's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Me too.
Well, I mean, he had some good ideas going with the personality thing with his persona.
Yeah.
I guess. What do I change?
Yo, you changed to make this better.
Get rid of. No, you can't. I was gonna say get rid of the cringe disassociative identity, but then that just gets rid of the thing I just said was cool.
That's his whole character. This one is so fucking both.
Well, I got broad advice for him in the future is don't base your entire character off of some weird fucking quirky thing.
This character has like no meat on the bones. His personality was like he tries to be studious, but sometimes he's passionate. But that's only because he's two personalities.
Can I actually take the ball and be the second person?
Sure, you got it.
So I would say instead of like changing anything, I'd only add, since it's so basic, I would just play into it more and try and make both the personalities more wildly different. Because you have so little, it's not like you can take anything away because there's almost nothing there. Yeah. I would just like, okay, you're gonna go with this gimmick. Make it fucking worth it then. Like at least try and make it unique.
You should have applied with the personality and history section for both characters as a joke.
That would be really funny.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was Mr. Okura Fumio.
Okay, wait. Liam fucked up. We need a second change person. Put
yeah,
in, coach.
Okay, you got it, Richard. What you got?
Yeah, I got something that changes almost nothing about the character, but given what we have, makes it monuments better. Is that instead of the deaf, he should be the chariot.
Fuck you.
No, and then you change the why he fits the Arcana part, because he didn't really put much of an emphasis on transitioning in there, but he definitely has a thing of like, I am struggling with control and I need to be better at that because I don't have it right now.
Okay, that he's two people like the chariot. Oh, if someone had come up with that idea at some point. Damn.
If
Am I
only.
right, Richard? If only.
If only someone had come up with that.
Are you guys referencing something?
There's just Richard's character.
What are you referencing?
It's just his NPC from his game.
Oh, okay, not like a funny person we can laugh at. It's like an actual idea.
Blink gets for it. All right.
Well, or like, what am I gonna do? Ask Richard to break open his lore book? Now's not the time.
Now he's getting catty. Look at him. All right,
I'm just mad you gave me a bad one.
Whoa, that one fucks. You're out of your mind.
There's like nothing there.
Oh my god.
You're gonna give Liam like a fucking
Blake's starting to fight in a podcast. How unprofessional.
I was lashing out at people not even involved.
Oh, he picked the weak one, base.
You're gonna give Liam like a multi-page epic.
Oh, yeah, because, I want to give you the multi-page epic, Blake. Listen, buddy, I'm trying to be nice. You have trouble reading things. What do you want from me?
Blake, did you want to read...
dyslexia!
Did you want to read Matt's application to Noah's game and get layers of dyslexia going?
Yeah, you want to read it through his lens also.
Autocorrect.
Fucking Christ. Listen, I think that character was based, okay? I don't want to hear it. Okay. Richard, you want to throw down one, or should I get one?
Yeah, I want to throw down one.
Alright, who's getting it?
Liam.
Okay.
We'll start with a sort of short one.
Ooh.
Just so we can warm into it, but oh boy, is there some stuff to say about this.
Oh, I think I know which one you're going to talk about then. I'm so excited. I've forgotten this one.
Here you go, buddy.
Let's see. All right.
Who's it by?
It's by our buddy Jay.
Okay. Should we explain Jay briefly, or just
yes?
Okay.
Well, I don't know if your experience with him starts more before mine. I think they start at the same time. Because it was in the game we met.
Yeah.
Is that Jay was a player in the Persona game that me and Noah met in, and for some reason he was allowed to get in with... It was the hunger, right?
It was the hunger.
I don't know why that was allowed. And he was...
Jess had no standards.
No, he was...
I could explain why, because we came from an infinitely shittier game.
Yes, I've heard the stories. Anyways, Jay was such a bad player... He didn't have good ideas either, but he was just such a bad player because he wanted to do the stupidest stuff but didn't really involve the party, and he had a mic that was broken the entire time.
And he was like Filipino, I think.
Yes, and he was Filipino.
It's hard to understand him. He had a heavy accent.
Yes, and I ended up writing the "thank you, please leave the game," because you can't get a good mic message that was eventually sent to him. And then we found out that Jay is absolutely prolific at trying to get into anime-based games and running his own.
Oh, he is one of the Roll20 monsters we've talked about. He is a icon on the site. I haven't been paying enough attention for him these days. I think he's gotten a little inactive. Back in the day, he was quite the fucking application guy. He's like the Zacharias of today.
Yeah, yes, I will also inform you, viewers. If you're not aware, there is a collective of Roll20 monsters out there that you can find in a variety of threads. And I'm sure throughout the ages, we will document them more thoroughly and present them as this is the episode on Zacharias to Paladin.
It's like a case study.
Yeah. Try and pull something up from older posts.
Well, my Hive episode that will come up in the future, it has one of them cameo in it. Where me and Ben have a fucking 6 a.m. revelation.
Oh man,
Hive of scum and villainy.
We'll have to see if we can pull up Jay's old application to that game at some point, Rich.
Oh yeah, we'll have to.
But yeah, let's. This guy's good because he's pretty concise and he's pretty simple in how. Let's just say I like that he doesn't give a shit about what saying he's applying to. He just has an idea.
Yes, let's give him the credit that he put all his answers in the format we presented to the players.
Yeah,
but he didn't put a lot of effort in that.
He even gave himself a little title like you're supposed to.
Yeah, he did. All right, now where most people start with introducing their character name in the post, he did it only in the title. So go ahead and read that, Liam.
Because it's based, it says application. Galar Noir, the fencer who wants guidance.
That's so base. Galar Noir is a fucking RWBY name. It's so funny to me.
Is it Galar or Galar? Do we know? I guess you didn't let him in, huh?
Hell no. Once again, remember, my game's set in 2030 America.
What?
I am Galar Noir.
No fencers in 2030?
I'm more talking about his fucked up name.
Why, you can't have fucked up names in the future?
That's true, fair enough. Yeah, all I'm saying is when I stress Americana time and Mr. Galar Noir walks up, I'm scratching my head.
Oh boy. So yeah, Liam, why don't you go ahead and tell us what Mr. Galar's Arcana is?
It is the Hermit.
Oh, Hermit Bros.
He's swinging for the fences.
I know, we don't get as many hermits.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like Hermit would be more popular.
And they're all terrible when they you
get 100%.
Oh my god, mythically bad.
Listen now, I don't think it really matters what persona you pick. Most of them are terrible anyway.
Hey now,
or what Arcana?
You?
That's
watch
sadly
it.
True.
I should just stop talking.
Yeah.
You offend people.
All right, Liam, you have the floor.
Yeah. All right. Why and how he fits the Arcana. Galar had no one to care for him as a child, so he thought that he should only take care of himself and made a solitude for himself to live by.
What?
Though, missing UGH, so just though with an O, he searches for someone to guide him through this someone to care for him like a friend.
Bear in mind, that is through like he threw the ball.
Beautiful.
You know what?
Even though this breaks his solitude, he thinks that this may help, but also thinks this may weaken him.
Dude, I fucking hate when
this was all one sentence with no period.
Dude, I fucking hate when we have to read Shakespeare for class.
You know what? I understand why you don't want me to read some of these things.
Yeah. Okay. Liam, I implore you to only take a full stop when there is a period.
Oh, shit!
Because there are no periods. There is not a single period in this application.
I see one.
I like...
God, you're right.
I like that I'm pretty sure he went to the website I linked as a reference for tarot cards and put the words, because they're bolded under the hermit, introspection, searching, guidance, and solitude. And he worked them into one run-on sentence. All of them, like instead of Mad Lib.
What does made a solitude for himself to live by? That is not how that word is meant to be used.
Did he mean like he made his life by himself to be nothing? Did he mean that did he think solitude also meant like a cool like oath, like I swear to be by myself? There's so many troublesome interpretations.
He thought it meant it was a secret headquarters.
No, dude, come on, Anniversary Edition just came out.
Oh, the famous Solitude of Solitude.
Hey, I've been playing that. It's pretty good. Come on, guys.
Come on, guys.
It's a little hard on Skyrim, don't you think?
Dude, it's a good deal. You get $90 worth of content for $20.
Yeah.
I've already paid like $150 for Skyrim.
But you get the creation club. Let's not. Let's fucking not.
Yeah. You get a bunch of lore-breaking creation club shit.
Yeah. Alright. So, before we go on to the demon, I just want to point out for that section that most everyone followed the formatting of going to the website, looking at the traits for the Arcana, and breaking it down with the trait listed and then their own explanation of it. Whereas our boy Jay did just decide to make one long run-on sentence with every idea in it.
As you fucking do.
If you read into it critically, you can tell he went to the site and at least thought about it. But if you just read the whole thing and went, that was stupid, you would never know he actually tried to put in some work.
Yeah, you really have to dig in to notice that. That's like so sad. This guy would go unappreciated if we weren't here.
Yeah.
I see you, Jay.
Yeah, we see you, buddy. All right, Liam. What's his demon?
His demon is Aposha. Or Apaosha. I don't know how you pronounce it.
Dude, I'm pretty sure like 2 different people applied with Apaosha for my game.
I'm pretty sure you're right.
It's so fucked up. It's such a weird flex.
Well, one of them copied the other. We got to figure out which.
Based. All right. So, Liam, I'm going to guess you have no idea about who Apaosha is.
I looked it up. It's a horse, right?
Yeah.
Google Images said.
Yeah, basically. I mean, yeah, you got it. It's a Zoroastrianism thing. Don't worry. I would not expect you to know it unless you actually paid attention while playing Persona.
Sorry,
I'm not a nerd.
Sorry, don't talk about dead religions.
Yeah, I find it unsightly.
Or any religion tips, Fedora.
Yes.
All I'm saying is Apaosha got some fucking sick art at one point. I forgot what game it was in. Look at this guy. Sorry, continue.
Me. Alright. In history, Aposha derives Tistria from a 3-day and night war. In history, Apaosha is also called Aposh or Aposh, meaning not thriving. Aposha has a humanoid form, but is described as a dark horse. Aposha also means drought.
So I don't know where any of that came from.
Thank you for coming to my book report.
Thank you.
I tried really hard on it.
Wait, fuck me. Yeah, I get it, because his character's dry.
He has a dry sense of humor.
Oh, come out here, my horse. I call you to take the rein.
I really think you should have to do like a top 5 Persona list every time you join one of these games.
not the ones you want, just what your personal takes, and you have to record it in front of a green screen.
Yeah.
And well, Aposha's such a shit pick, though. Like, what the fuck? Why does this relate to him at all?
He doesn't explain that, and we don't know why he listed all those facts about Aposha in the section.
I'm pretty sure I didn't ask for that.
Yeah.
Well,
everyone else either put a quote from the game or described some way it fits. He just did a history report.
Thanks for
You wanted to know in case you didn't have Google or something.
Thanks for showing up to class, dude. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that was... Alright, Liam, what's his distinguishing trait?
Galar is introverted and non-caring. He is usually not willing to talk to others and does what he does without anyone around him.
Oh, fuck yeah.
He prefers to be alone, except if he is doing fencing. He usually leaves after he is done with that. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of a guy fencing alone. That's really funny.
I love shadow fencing.
Shadow fencing.
Have at you, he said to himself.
It's
It's a really sad scene, actually. That could be that could be in a Persona scene, you know?
Oh yeah. That's a social link you walk in on at like rank 2.
Yeah,
And you have three options. You're pathetic.
And he,
you're pathetic.
and he can't improve because he refuses to work with others.
But because it's so early on, you have to humor him and go, "Yeah, I agree with you."
Yeah, this isn't weird.
Yeah, you
This
just walk
isn't weird at all.
You just
You're
walk
weird.
in, see him fencing alone, and go, "Hey, buddy, how's it going?"
Hey, buddy.
How you doing, buddy?
If anyone got hurt or someone wants to talk to him serious, he will usually not care and leave the conversation except if it involves him. And if someone got hurt, if it is not a severe injury, he will leave.
That gave me whiplash.
How
fucking-
specific?
I fucking love this guy.
How
He's sprained-
specific?
If you sprain your ankle, I don't
That-
give a fuck.
That I just want to go in and break down how that sentence gave me whiplash. It started with if anyone got hurt and someone wants to talk, which leads you to think that he's about to say he changes, but then it just goes, he will usually not care. Okay. And leaves.
Reinforces it.
And then he goes, except if it involves him and if someone got hurt. But then he goes, if it is not a severe injury, he will still just leave. So he goes from if this thing happens, which leads you to believe there's a then, but the then is just the same. Then it goes except, which leads you to believe there's a change, but then it goes no.
Yeah, this sentence is a fucking Audubon. It fucking just turns around on itself a couple times. Holy
This
shit.
is right, bro. That's some whiplash.
I fucking love this guy. He just fucking short-circuited in the middle and rewrote the rest.
Yeah, well, it's good to know that he sticks to his guns and will not talk to anyone.
Hey, you had a
My character will not interact with you in this game. Please accept my application.
Please accept my application.
Why are you not putting in enough work to make him
just... No, go.
Well, see, my
Please.
my character is really cool because he's just an asshole and forces you to do
What the even call it?
and he forces you to do everything. That's why you should work harder to include him because I'm not going to compromise because it's my character and I can't change him because I love him.
I'm just here to kill demons and get XP.
Basically.
Bit of a grinder,
I
man.
want to grind. Give me I want to fight. I'm a fencer. I don't want to talk to you unless you've got your foil.
Hey, I made him a fencer, not a fucking public speaker. Get away from me.
Oh boy, yeah. So why don't we get to the best part? Why don't you give us the personal history concept?
All right.
Oh shit, this guy's a backstory? I didn't think he got that far.
Crazy. All right, let's learn about our boy Galar. Galar is a male, 15-year-old boy who had lost his mother at a young age and only had his father to raise him. But his father never gave him the appreciation or attention he needed, to the point where he has no friends in school because he had driven people away from him, and no one to guide him because his father never gave him that attention or appreciation he needed, and a sense that he should only care for himself because of his father not taking care of him. He thinks he can only care about himself, but yet he wishes for someone to be his friend and searches for that very friend, and that was his reason for doing fencing on his free time. But he sometimes wonders, is this a waste of time for him, and is it weakening him?
Okay.
Fuck you, Dad!
I'm sorry. In the middle, when it said, but yet, I fucking died. I don't know why that was so funny to me. But yet is never so fucking...
Yo, you got another conjunction? You got any other conjunctions right there? I'm about to have 4 more on this fucking thing.
The best part is he ends it in a questionatory statement, and therefore his period at the end is incorrect, I think. Maybe.
Imagine if you put the question mark there and you had to write that whole thing as a question. And yet his father did not care. Holy shit, what a psychopath. That whole back...
Yeah. Well, I said the last sentence of distinguishing trait gave me whiplash. I'm not going to break this one down. Viewers, if you want to go in and break it down yourselves, be my guest, because that sentence flopped around like 7 times.
Y'all want to fall down a piece of a fucking staircase of words, here you go. We're going down to the pit. I mean, like, I love that he froze it at the end. That he's like, I wonder if this is a waste of time. Oh! So your character has, like, an internal conflict? Wow, I was really not getting that from anything else! You're literally just like, fencing is literally everything I got. But by the way, I am questioning it already.
I might as well just have nothing.
I fucking love it. I fucking love it. This guy's so great. It's so fucking insane.
Yeah, it is.
Damn it. I love Galar.
There's nothing to fucking suggest that would make this good. There's like 2 sentences in this. There's not even a character.
No.
Dude, he didn't even have a persona that, like, is close to making sense or interesting. He didn't pick art for it or anything.
Yeah.
There's, like, nothing.
If I try, his character is, I fence because my father never gave me attention, and because of that, I drove everyone away. So I only fence.
Yeah, but
in hopes for someone to reach out to me, I guess.
But that doesn't make any. Shouldn't you make your character like do something that a lot of people like?
Do like a
team,
pay
like
a team sport.
I mean,
Okay,
yeah, like a team sport or something.
I'm gonna nominate myself. I think we should do it like this. Whoever reads it gets to pick the 2 people who improve it. I'm gonna nominate myself because I have a really clear thing to do, which is just to make it clear that, like, either his mother was a fencer or someone in his life was a fencer, and that was the only relationship he had, so he associates the 2. And make it, like, really anime, where it's like, I feel a connection when crossing swords with someone, and that's what I seek. Life is a battlefield for me, of fencing. And, like, make it really shonen-y about that. And I kind of get what you're going for. Like, if this wasn't through 4 layers of Google Translate and wasn't one paragraph being a whole sentence, like, I could see what this idea is going for. But he just made him so unlikable.
Yeah, I also would like to nominate myself.
Yeah, I do like how Noah was like, whoever reads it gets to pick the people, and I nominate myself, even though I didn't read it.
Well, I'm saying fuck this. I got an idea.
It's fine. If you have an idea, I think you can just throw it out, because I'd rather you talk than not talk.
Hey,
Richard, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Similar to Noah's, but of a slightly different bent. I think you can keep that. It doesn't matter where he got fencing from, but I would just suggest that to make this better, you make the character absurdly good at fencing. Like, he is just I know it's like the anime character goes so bad, but he's a prodigy of fencing, but not because, he's just naturally good, but because of the fact that he turns people away most of the time. He has ended up a neat, like, Travis touchdown. He's just very, very fucking good at sword fighting, because he spends all his time doing that, and he wonders if doing other stuff is weakening him because it takes away from his fencing time, and that explains a bit of the conflict of the character. Like, I would like to do all that other stuff, but this is the only thing in my life that I feel gives me value, and if I take away from that, I might not be good enough anymore.
Oh my god, if someone applied to my game of Travis Touchdown XP, I would come.
Yeah, you would.
Shit. Oh, Galar. I'm so sorry that you were...
Yeah, but you'd laugh if it was like, I'm really good at being a gamer. No, but if it's sword fighting, you're cool.
True, you're right.
God, double standards, dude. Double standards.
I'm just
yes, a gamer's delight.
I made you a gamer's delight.
I am just really good at Krav Maga, okay?
I would have made him a boxer and make his stand Ippo.
Damn, never heard of that one before.
There's nothing wrong with a boxer character.
I'm
Wow,
very.
a boxer persona character. It's
I'm
not like I
very
can't go
good.
a fucking game without one of those. Holy shit.
Hey, being a boxer's base.
Hey, welcome to Roll20 Persona games. Everyone has a player that's a boxer character. You can't escape.
Akihiko is cool. I'm sorry.
Yep, so
true.
everyone agrees with you, Liam. You're right. Don't worry, I was one of them at one point too.
Yeah,
I did that.
Yeah, fans, I
Oh,
also
Blake
did
did
fuck.
that. Everyone did it. Yeah, remember?
I know.
Okay.
Literally, you know me. If I say that, I know.
I know, but the fans might not know you by now.
That's fair.
Richard, I'm gonna give you a pretty quick blitzer of one, just because I really like this.
Oh, but I wasn't done. I wanted Blake to give a suggestion.
Oh, based.
What the fuck? Oh.
Oh no.
Uh,
Oh god, I put me on the spot.
sorry, I wasn't prepared. I thought we were moving on after.
I gotta go feed my cat.
Oh, it's fine. If you have nothing, Blake.
No,
If you have nothing, it's
no,
fine.
shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but you'll lose.
We can move on. All right, no. What's your next one?
You just don't have a name to make him lose. That's based. Blake, you got it? Come on, bro.
Yeah, I got it. Oh boy, I don't remember this one, but you're right, it is short.
Yeah, don't worry. Let's see if Blake can get his thing in. Come on.
What do you fucking want? Richard did like a book report as an answer. How much
Wow,
to
you
follow
don't
that?
have to, dude. That means if you come up with a more
hell?
concise one, it's better.
Yeah, I just say like stopping is cringe. I like the gamer routine. Yeah, be a gamer, not offensive.
Exactly.
All right, Blake.
I'm really good at Minecraft. All I do is play
Blake-
Minecraft.
Fuck you, fuck you, Liam, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Awesome.
All right, and I'm going to say it now. When it's Blake's turn again and he does the same thing to me, it won't be funny because I've called it out here, so he can't do it.
Yo, high five, Leo.
You think I'm gonna get more than one thing to read?
I fully countered his strategy.
All right, Richard, you're up.
All right. The name of this application is Hi, I'm interested.
You missed
please-
something.
Please note that
No.
this is my game, and we saw how the four-bank's supposed to work. He's
Yes.
already just destroyed it.
He has already failed.
Yeah,
Alright,
Mr. Wing.
Mr. Wing with the generic fractal background.
I'm sorry, right before we leave Galar, I want to point out that Jay's image on Roll20 is just of a promotional image of a Yu-Gi-Oh! Starter deck.
Yes.
Which one?
So funny.
It's just not even cropped correctly. So
You know what that? You know what that is? You know
You
what that
read
is?
what starter deck?
He made a Roll20 account and then was like, "Oh fuck, I need a picture," and he just picked like a random picture he had.
he used to be fucking what's his face? The Mongolian swordsman from Fire Emblem Awakening. He loved that guy.
Yeah, that's true. He did.
But now he's switched to this, so he's a real Yu-Gi-Oh! Head.
He's really moving up in the world.
You mean
I got
long
you.
queue?
Yeah, it is long queue. He really just suicided his profile picture at some point because he likes Yu-Gi-Oh! Very based. All right, but
Yeah.
go on. Thank you.
All right. Name Austin Ergo Darling. Okay.
That name's so fucking
My name is Schizophrenic.
Austin Ergo Darling is an awesome name. I would not use
That's
it
like a
persona.
JoJo name, dude.
That is such a
Holy
good name, but I would not use it persona, dude.
Yeah,
No.
that's a little much. I don't know.
It sounds so based. I would use that
Yeah,
like a
no,
One Piece game.
Well, it's like you're in.
Oh
you're
yeah,
like,
it's a One Piece name,
like
definitely.
like you're just in class and like, okay, Ben, introduce yourself. Okay, Austin Ergo Darling.
Yeah, you know.
Stand up. The kid that's in like bright pink and looks like a JoJo character stands up.
While Persona is very anime, most of the characters have normal names.
Yeah.
What do you mean? They all sound like anime names.
They're all Japanese.
Full Mongolian.
Yeah, I didn't know any people called Chie.
Wait, Chia, I thought it was Chai. Fuck.
I thought it was Chie.
I didn't know anyone named John.
Alright. Get this shit on the
Okay.
road, Richard. This one's incredibly short, and we keep
It is,
cutting
it is.
in for you.
Oh, sorry, we're not supposed to make jokes.
Hold on, bros. Hold on,
Yeah.
bros. Not after every sentence. Name, Austin Ergo Darling, Arcana. What is he? I bet you can actually guess this one.
You could.
Oh, Death.
Nice. Ben?
Mm-hmm. Wheel of Fortune. I really want a Wheel of Fortune tonight, boys.
Leo.
Lovers.
You got it!
Because Darling is in his name.
Oh,
you could-
Liam,
You guys are fools.
Liam,
Oh.
you're so smart. You're so
Thanks.
strong
High
and
five,
so
Liam.
strong.
Okay. Look.
Just start grunting like a monkey.
Sorry, I was yawning.
Nick was mind broken after another loss in the Arcana name game.
Fuck, I'm like 0 for 5.
This is bullshit.
Even Liam is owning me.
I know, that's fucked up. Alright, why are the lovers, Austin?
Well, and that's how he put it. Why lovers? Well,
He inserted in the formatting of the question, well.
Well,
yeah,
It is, why lovers, bold, question mark, well, colon. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I also don't know I don't know why he only related certain words in the titles from the Arcana website, but he did.
He did.
So, bold relating unbold to others. He have always wanted to belong somewhere and have friends that he know love him.
friend.
Rain.
Determining bold values unbold. As a rich kid, Austin have never really need to resist temptation. What does that have to do with determining values?
Is that a negative?
I guess.
I've been able to rape anyone I want and get away with it.
Ooh,
Very cool character, Austin.
Basically.
How underage are these girls?
What does he mean by this? Like, I would not leave. I have never had to resist temptations up to interpretation. You probably want to define that.
I think he probably should have worded it as like he has never known like not indulging or something.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
temptations is a little too broad, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Establishing bold personal beliefs unbold. This is not an answer to why he fits that, it is just words. Transferring was his attempt to figure himself out without his family influence taking over.
Nice. See, he's trying to figure out his own personal beliefs by going to the island.
Let me take a guess. He's still relying somewhat on his family's money.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Who knows?
Who knows? Maybe
To be continued.
Maybe the last why lovers bullet point will explain that.
Yeah.
Demon, Kanzeon.
Oh, he just skipped it.
I like the brief bio for the goddess of mercy and compassion. Do you want to tell us anything about what that bio says?
No. Also, Kanzeon is just Rise's persona, so very, very cool. Just picking a main character's persona. Reaching really deep for a pick here.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck you.
Also, he did list that under a bullet point for why lovers. It doesn't just immediately go on with no formatting. It is a bullet point.
Yeah, he just fucked it up completely.
Fucking Lamau taking a main, like being like, I'm lovers. I'm also just have the lovers persona from P4.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh? I like that game I played. I'm Master Chief.
Yeah.
I love Master Chief.
I'd love if someone like made a really good app within their personas. Like, yeah, my persona's Master.
I'd take it if they sold me on it.
I know. I want to see someone
immediately agreeing with me.
fuck off.
My character likes decay and the falling down of a once great monolith. That's why I picked Master Chief.
Really meta with it.
Yeah, I get like super meta with it.
That's
why my persona is the Elder Scrolls 6.
Because it doesn't exist. I don't have a persona.
No, my persona is Todd Howard.
God Howard?
God Howard. Alright, what are your distinguishing traits? Singular.
Yes, I would just like to point out that this is also a bullet point under why lovers.
Yeah, it's the bullet point
everything else is.
Oh, very cool.
So he just didn't format. Distinguishing trait: naive and loving.
Oh, okay, that's a cool trait.
Yeah, often have some.
Oh, a second trait.
Yeah, a second distinguishing trait.
Oh, okay.
Often have some kind of candy in his pocket just because they taste so good.
Oh no, he did mean Temptations. Oh no,
the exaggerated O's are there.
Oh god, he did just mean Temptations.
He's just a fat kid.
God, that's
so,
Jesus Christ.
That's so funny.
That's actually really funny.
That's incredibly funny. All right, there is a third distinguishing trait.
Awesome.
Tell me on it.
a little paranoid because he have never been in the real world. He know about it from his books, but now, oh god,
real world? What is he, a fucking noble from One Piece? Is he fucking literally? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
This. No, hold on. This is
let me-
literally what it sounds like. Kid Fish, this is so funny.
Finish. He know about it from his books, but now, ... Oh god, he's not prepared for this.
Oh no,
Awesome.
this character sucks.
Well, let's hear his history. Maybe it'll sell us. Come on, man.
Maybe it's like Moon from 3. It'll get good eventually.
Yeah, let's hear it. Personal
Yeah,
history
exactly.
concept. Well, Austin E. Darling transfer at 16 after 2 years of begging and convincing his parent that he will be fine. Hopefully anyway, all because Austin have read a lot of book in preparation for this moment. No more... That's just the end of that sentence. No more studying alone. No more teddy bears as friends. Austin will get real friend. Hopefully.
I'm glad that he's a caveman.
Dude, this character is infantile to a creepy degree. I don't like this.
Dude, he
I
even
really
writes
don't like this.
He even writes like it. It's really
Oh,
uncomfortable.
by the way, can I just say, Richard, when you said guardian parrot, I thought like he literally had like a guardian parrot. Like he didn't have parents.
Yeah,
don't know why that
no,
made me crack
Ben, he just has Iago.
He just
Oh
says,
no!
"Yaga."
With Gilbert Godfrey, let's go.
Well, yeah,
That's
who,
fucking-
who better to raise you than Gilbert Godfrey's
Oh
parent?
god,
That's a
Richard,
good
who
point.
are the poor fuckers who have to improve this character?
It's gonna be Ben.
Oh,
and It's
motherfucker!
gonna be Blake, because Liam will flounder for 5 minutes.
God. You take that back, you son of a bitch.
Damn, fuck.
I'm hurt.
Yeah, not
I'm
as hard
willing
as
to give
that.
it to you. Liam.
Heard
I have
your
no
ideas.
suggestions, but I'm hurt.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
How it improves this character is better define the temptations angle. Like how define to me just how privileged this guy is, because it gives such a better context for like what his worldview would be if we knew like what type of money does he exactly come from and what did he like not have to worry about growing up. Like obviously he grew up very privileged, but like there can be degrees to that. I want to know just like how stupid are we talking in terms of like what did he not have to care about? Could he literally kill someone and not give a shit? Like how rich is he?
If he was tempted by it.
That
Yeah,
is
like
very
does he
reasonable.
never have to care about anything till now?
Blake's like, let's make him actually a celestial dragon.
Very-
Base.
A very good suggestion. I'm gonna guess, but where he is literally lives in a mansion and was homeschooled.
And has a teddy bear friend collection.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, this character freaks me out. I don't like dude. This guy's like infantile to a weird degree, and if you told me that this was a One Piece character, I'd fucking believe you, because this guy literally is like, yeah, this fits into Persona. Whereas in like, you know, in One Piece, like the nobles are like hilariously like out of
Yeah.
touch. Like that's the joke.
And he has a
Like
little
that's
like
the joke about it, right?
and he has a little cartoony thing where he eats candy all the time.
Yeah,
Like,
no, exactly. But what I mean is, like, in One Piece, that's like an over-exaggeration of, like, actual people of privilege in real life, right? Like, oh, they're so
Yeah.
out of touch.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole joke.
Yeah.
But this guy is trying to fit that into Persona, which is,
Takes
pretty
itself semi-seriously.
yeah, it's pretty grounded. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like, so I don't really fucking stand, but really, you should drop the I guess he did mean temptations. I really
Yeah.
don't like that. Just change it to like, oh, he just like he doesn't know when to stop like indulging himself because no one told him no or whatever.
Yes.
Like he just like, oh, whatever, you know. Like I mean, it's a typical rich guy thing, right? Like
Yeah.
I think we've all had that. Well, I mean, I don't want
Yeah.
to say it to the audience because they probably haven't played many Persona games, but
Mhm.
and I definitely have not played as many as you guys. Don't get me wrong, but
No, but
I
yeah,
mean,
this isn't
there's
new.
like this typical rich guy shit, you know. Teddy bear collection, drop that shit. Are you fucking serious, dude? No, you had friends. Fuck off. People want your money. I don't believe you.
No, they couldn't get past the guard dogs. I would have added that he still
No.
wears diapers.
No, stop, dude. The infantile shit actually ekes me out. Please stop.
And he wears a bib because he dribbles.
Look, I don't care.
baby
People
want
are
friends.
scared of people in hockey masks. If there is a dude in the diaper running after me, I'm literally gonna kill myself before he gets to me. I will literally like. I will like Chaozu explode on the ground before I die. I'm not fucking dying to a guy in a diaper. You fucking mind?
Really?
What if it's a normal guy just swinging around a giant rattle?
I'm pissed. I'm literally in One Piece right now. I don't like this.
Man running at you with a big riddle. As Liam's clapping and going, dude, he's the best character of Dressrosa. Dude, he's got such a compelling backstory.
Richard, does that big man with a rattle also, is he like wearing pants? Can we confirm or deny if he has a diaper?
I can't believe that this guy literally rolled up with Senor Pink for my Persona game.
Really?
I'm here to apply for Persona.
I just want to say,
No, he's hard boiled. Come on.
fuck the infantile shit. Just it ekes me out. I don't like it.
Okay. I
don't like it.
I can't get over this shit. I really wish he would have established what he meant, but he didn't live in the real world. Also,
Yeah, like it's ridiculous. Like, yeah, you're homeschooled, and yeah, anyone who's homeschooled is a freak. But like, come on.
yeah. Well, the implication of how different it is so funny to me.
Like, why can't he be like, oh, I'm from a different country or something? Like, I don't really get.
I'm from a
like,
different
custom.
era.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm from the 1813s. Man, Trail of Tears hit different. What the fuck? Oh god.
This is the dawn of a new age.
Okay, Ben, I think it's time to put you on the block.
Oh god.
This is from Sea of Fate, the text game. Can you please
send it to me?
Get this going? I will be your proctor here.
Oh, give me one moment. It logged me out of Roll20.
Oh no. Technical issues, Brad.
Technical issues, dude.
Oh, no.
Oh, here we fucking go, dude.
Right. Dean H, your character's name?
Okay, no, I gotta say the title first.
Okay, sorry, yeah, it's more
the figure. Character name, Yano Suzui, I imagine.
Suzui? I don't know.
Suzui, whatever.
Gender?
Banjo-Kazooie, whatever his fucking name is.
That's a good
Gender,
one.
male. Male character, really?
Alright, how old is he?
18, excuse me.
Jesus Christ, man, I was like, oh, funny.
I'm sorry!
Sorry,
I was thinking of a funny joke, but numbers aren't funny. Fuck.
Yeah, my bad, dude. Character appearance.
His
okay?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. The Arcana took me back.
Yeah.
A bit nerdy and easy to overlook.
Cool appearance, dude. Basically nothing.
Cool.
Right.
So there's
no
mousy?
description. Just nerdy and easy to indistinguishable.
I'm nerdy.
Eldritch. Arcana guesses from you guys with the description of a character description of a bit nerdy and easy to overlook. What's their Arcana?
Blake got it.
Okay, Ben. Hey, can you explain to me why he represents the Arcana of the Magician?
Yano is fascinated by the occult, bordering on obsession.
Yeah, I'm the Magician because I like magic.
Classic, a staple.
You gotta be fucking with me.
You can't be serious.
Why are you the Wheel of Fortune? Like spinning. Like to go on the little teapot ride and the.
Why are you the Wheel of Fortune? To have.
Spin. To have.
To have.
Why are you the Emperor? Because I'm from royalty.
We got your prince.
I got your friend. Why are you the Devil? Because I got a succubus tail. All right, Ben. But okay. Well, I'm sure you can pull it back. What's your character's personality like?
Okay, my character's personality is Yano probably has. Sorry, Yano probably has mild Asperger's. No, shut the fuck up. Tending to pour a lot of energy into things that interest him while giving only perfunctory notice to those that don't, including most people. Of late, he has developed a particular fascination with the work of A.O. Spare and his Alphabet of Desire idea. What the fuck? Hold on, I gotta. What in the goddamn?
What, you never heard of Austin Osman Spare?
No, what the fuck?
Just a weird writer. Ben, I think you mean, I pull up like a retard website. The Strange Life of Austin Osman Spare, comma, Chaos Magician. The grandfather of Chaos Magic.
Please shut the fuck up. You give Ben the fucking wild magic one. Fuck
you. Dude, I love this book. Why? Well, it's because it's a guy a magician. Dude, this character has one gimmick.
Holy shit. Okay, experimenting with this has opened up a greater interest in other people, though this leaves Yano trying to learn things most learn as children or adolescents. Oh, very fucking cool, dude.
Bro. Okay.
But like,
very cool.
Sorry. I wish it was just like everything related that Ben has to read just goes back to it, where it's like Ben starts reading, it's like, what the? Oh, god damn it! Where it's just like, yes, he doesn't know how to things that children know, like how to change his diaper.
No, you bitch! I know why you gave me this one. You cuck.
Well, I just want to point out that this character introduction is incredibly wild. This is like, oh my god! Listen, man, I don't know about you guys, but I don't want someone to actually roll up and be like, my character has this specific diagnosed mental illness. We're playing like an anime game. You probably want to like obfuscate it a little bit, right? Like, am I weird for thinking that? Like, in these games, they don't normally...
I think you can kind of pull it off, but...
No, but you allude to it, though. You say, like, these characters always had trouble interacting socially. I don't think we need, like, the heavy diagnosis shit. Because, like, the games never treat shit like that. Even with an illness, they're never like, I've got a breed of cancer. Like, in P3's like, I have a terminal illness. Like, you keep it vague for a reason. Because the more narrow you get, the more weird it gets.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, why are you being a schizo who wants to roleplay a character with Asperger's?
I have a feeling maybe... I don't know.
That's
maybe he has Asperger's and only feels comfortable playing it? I don't know.
100%.
I'm not saying you can't do this, but I'm saying you have to be very, like, selective with how you do it. And if you unironically roll up to my game going, my character's Asperger's and just only talks about magicians, I'm uncomfortable. I'm like, bro, this sounds like you're putting on blackface. This does not make me feel okay. This feels like you're like... Bro, you cannot fucking be serious. We are not going to be 4 months into my game in the person's shadow dungeon, and they're going to go, I put on my robe and wizard hat, and I cast Hocus Pocus. Like, yeah, sorry, our friend has Asperger's. Like, what the fuck is this? Okay, so, cool character. What's her backstory?
Oh, shit, sorry. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Back. Oh my god. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. Sorry. This is why I'm also pissed off.
Can I just say, his backstory is shorter than the fucking. Oh my god. It's only like 2 sentences.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm sure it's not offensively terrible.
Yano was able to coast through school while barely cracking a book. He's just that intelligent.
You know, because he has autism.
His teachers were simultaneously impressed with his intellect and annoyed at his lack of interest in them. He also possesses a natural agility, which allowed him to do well in the gymnastics team. Those performances favored technical ability over style. That's his entire backstory, by the way.
Pretty cool, huh?
Pretty cool backstory.
No.
He literally made his character Autismo Super Brain.
This is what you think you are when you, like, don't look in the mirror.
This is a Marvel character who has autism. This is so fucked up to me. This is so fucking bizarre. Alright,
do you believe this, Richard?
Yeah, no, I don't know what's going on, man.
Hey, Ben, what's his persona, though? The form, as this game makes
Okay, fuck you, no. So his persona is Prospero, which is from Shakespeare's The Tempest.
Oh, cool. What's the history on The Tempest?
Okay, he's wrongly exiled. He devoted himself to learning magic, though the play is about him preparing to return to the world.
Okay, why does this represent the Arcana?
He is the archetypical magician.
Okay.
And he's by the way, no, he's not.
No, he's not. He's literally not.
If you don't get it, let me spell it out for the audience here. Prospero is a literal magician. Like he's a literal. He has magic. He's a WoW mage.
He's casted shit.
He's a caster.
This guy is like, I want to be like an occult character, and I go with Prospero. Alright, well, how does this represent you, Yano?
Okay. Prospero is Yano's ideal image of himself.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, holy
shit. I just want to be Prospero. Why? Because he can do magic? The rest of his life sucks!
Okay, I like Prospero as a persona. I think that's alright.
It's a cool idea, not for these reasons.
But yeah, like this is a little. It's too literal. This is going in the it's too literal pile. Okay, hold on. There's more here. Yeah. Not only is an ideal image of himself, his desire to return to the world connects with Yano's awakening desire to find people to connect with. So here we go. Another guy who's like, yeah, I don't really give a shit about people, but I secretly loves to connect with others. Wow, very cool. So like this is before the game starts, right? Like you here didn't learn this. This is just their hidden secret want.
This is
their fetish, as it were.
This is like we show up to the one shot with pre-gen characters, and I'll hide you a secret of their character. I'm like, dude, this is such a clever idea.
You know, that's true. That'd be fine in a one shot. Except Persona games are usually fucking long, so. You know.
Damn, I guess he's gonna be pretty good when he makes like his first 2 social links. He's gonna have his goal finished.
True. All right.
Yeah. Does his persona have a separate personality?
Prospero has more confidence in dealing with people and more interest in them, though still from a detached perspective. What does that mean? What the fuck does that mean?
What does it fucking mean?
What does that fucking mean?
Nothing. Literally nothing.
It literally means nothing.
Alright,
I have no fucking clue.
What's your character hopeful in the coming year?
Okay. Greater freedom that he found at home. What does that mean? What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Literally, what does that mean?
So he was restricted at home?
Wait, what? Yeah, wait. Is that a... wait, your backstory was 2 fucking sentences. I don't know.
His backstory was, I like magic, and I'm on the gym team, because I can do flips. I guess he has a hard home life we learned about. Don't worry, dude. His lowest point is literally longer than his backstory, and I'd like you to read it in one go. Please do not stop. Please ignore the laughter. What's his lowest point he's gone out of? Ben?
I lost.
Ah, shit.
Ben, you have to read it. Ben, I'm sorry, you have to read it. I know you're staring at the sentence and you're going, no, I don't want to read the sentence.
Ben,
you have to read the sentence. Okay, DC, make a note here.
A few moments later.
Ben, so, what is the lowest point your character has gone out of? And please, go in one burst. Don't let the laughter overtake you.
A couple other kids found copies of Spare's books in Yano's backpack and started making fun of him about it.
Yeah.
Dude, this is so fucked up. Especially for the sexual images, which weren't why he had them. That was in parentheses, by the way.
Keep going.
What the fuck?
What type of sexual images?
I don't know. What the fuck?
It's in his books. You know, the magician guy's books he reads.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah, no, keep going.
He's walking around school reading porn?
Yeah.
Okay. So, this spiraled with other kids mocking him and eventually adults being concerned. Dude, party foul. He managed to convince them it was just a passing curiosity. Oh no, dude. And has since been carefully secretive about his interests. Dude.
So this guy just read about magicians and was obsessed with them. Like the writer, I mean.
Yes, he literally... Oh my god, yeah, I really don't get this obsession thing. It's very strange.
He is Asperger's, dude. Smile.
Fair.
Smile?
Ass. Never mind.
Does your character put a lot of emphasis on in their lives?
I'm sorry. The wording of that fucked me up.
Yeah.
That wasn't a
occult-
sentence.
His
yeah, the
wait,
GM fucked it up.
whoa. His occult studies and anything else that fascinates him for as long as it does. What the fuck does that mean?
If you had to choose, would you change fate or let it continue as is?
Almost certainly change it. Hey, guess
That's
what?
magicians do.
Guess what?
What?
The Twin Towers. I'm gonna save them. I
And,
will change fate.
And what's your theme song?
Okay, I didn't actually pull this up, but let me check. Oh, it's Michael Nyman's Prospero's Magic. I assume this is for.
I just googled Prospero music. For a theme song.
Cringe.
You guys like this?
Cringe.
Yeah.
You could have put Breaking Benjamin. I would have liked you more.
Yeah, he's based.
Based
He
on
knows what he likes.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
I agree.
So Ben, who
Mm-hmm.
would you handle? Who are the two who will make improvements to the story of Yano Suzui, the magician?
How would I make improvements?
No, dickhead. Who
Oh,
are the
right,
two
right.
people? Jesus Christ.
Okay, Jesus. I think I'm gonna go with Liam because I want him to drop the ball, and I
Cool.
think I'm gonna go with Noah, dude.
Oh, sure. Liam
Right.
said you
I
first.
mean, so I think he should change his Arcana from magician to priestess, and then make him a nun. And he's really interested in religion.
a complete redo. And you think that makes him better, Liam?
No.
Well, okay, so Liam's failed. Good start. I like this. I think they should turn his Arcana into devil because he's just obsessed with materialness and being ignorant. because
Yeah,
he thinks magic's real.
Honestly, this does feel a lot like a devil.
And he's hopeless because he's bound to his autism. The magician's all about using yourself to change and materialize things, and this guy literally keeps talking about how his character can't do that.
That's awesome.
So if you really, and I would imagine he likes this gimmick because he doesn't fucking stop putting it in every sentence. Probably change the Arcana to fit it better. Pretty simple fix. God, this is a terrible character.
Also,
holy shit.
Oh
You're not even giving us like ones that are like kind of good that you can make a slight change. You're giving us dog shit, Noah.
The trial, Liam.
God,
it doesn't need to make them good. It just needs to make them better. You're just salty because I won.
I mean, yeah. I mean, my answer was a joke answer.
Why? That's not what we're doing here, Liam.
Oh my god!
Because this character's a joke.
Did I clear joke answers with you?
He should be the fool because I'm laughing.
Damn,
Be the
dude.
jester, because he's
You got the whole squad laughing.
All right. Richard, we want to do your other one?
Yeah. We can do
Who's
that.
reading it?
Who do you want to read it? Because I'm inclined to give it to you because you haven't read it.
Yeah, give it to me. I haven't read anything.
Alrighty. Prepare for a trip down memory lane, Ben. Yes.
Crack my knuckles. We're going back. Thank you. All right, so this is Back in My Game. This is by what the fuck he changed his name to? Scarfarax. His name used to be Cooper. Lot simple. So Cooper has applied with this character. Application. Jack Blackwood. The man who defied his quote-unquote god.
Of the Blackwood Company?
Yeah, of the Blackwood Company. This character, embarrassingly enough, I accepted.
Oh, yeah.
Because I had no standards at the time.
True.
And I was excited to see someone who filled out all the forms completely instead of ignoring them.
Yes.
So I thought that made it good. And my other reason is I talked to him at one point about changing something that I thought was ridiculous for him to have. And he was cooperative and understood and seemed excited. So I received a lot of positive feedback in the interview. which made me go from I'm considering to, yeah, I like this guy. And then he immediately said, I got 2 other people who'd be interested, which really sold me on him.
Yes. They then applied, and well, one of them had the problem of not always being there, but they were much better players.
Oh, they both outlasted.
Yeah, they both outlasted him.
Well, we can get into that. But yeah, so this is Jack Blackwood, the man who defied his god. Would anyone like to guess his arcana from that sentence? His application sentence.
Oh, High Priestess.
Okay.
That's a guess?
That's a guess.
Tower.
The world.
But Blake just shit posting out here. I like that. No, unfortunately, it's the star. Or as he puts it,
oh,
star.
You don't see many stars.
I know, because it's a cool arcana that requires you to like make a character who isn't a depressed sack of shit generally.
And boy,
which is everyone's favorite thing. Everyone really wants to be the guy who gets comfort in these Persona games. I want to be the enabler.
I also want to be that.
It's fun. Reflection of the Arcana. He weirdly put in here strength, just for no reason, bolded above these. I think that was a typo.
I know. I couldn't figure that out either.
Anyway, he has, for the aspects of the star, he has hanging on to hope. Jack has turned his back on everything he once had that dictated his life, his past, ideals, and family that decided every action for him is now behind him. With every step he takes away from his past, he gains hope for what every step equals in his future. That's a really weird way to phrase that, Jack. So you know, okay. He's got a positive outlook on life. So that was hanging on to hope. Now he has the generous rebel, Jack, which is not really an aspect of the star directly, but he's just putting these in as star things. Jack hates to see people being forced into an ideal that they themselves would never willingly convert to. He will often step in the way of those who would coerce or manipulate others to bend to their will, even if it means a fight. If he must pay the cost for the weak to believe in what they stand for, he will gladly do it.
Oh, that sounds like he has something specific he's going for, something specific that his character is perhaps rebelling against.
It does, doesn't it? Generous rebel. I mean... We'll finish the reflection segment. Serene, even in times of strife. Jack has a sort of natural presence that he carries. End sentence. Even when things look grim, he will have a smile that is either comforting to his friends that may feel low, or mocking to those they think they're high and mighty.
Oh, so he's got a bit of a cocky grin. You'd say he's got some kind of charisma or pride in himself?
No. Yeah, I would say so. Inspired to be something of Sorry, this one's worded really poorly. Inspired to be something of nature rather than nurture. Jack has always been told the path he was always set out.
That's such a pretentious thing to say.
This whole character reeks of pretentiousness. I'm going to tell you this right now. Jack and he's showing his hand for the first time here. Jack has always been told the path he will always set out to be on by his father, capitalized. Rich and enforcing and otherwise a force that he compared to the will of God.
Getting a bit high-handed there, but all right, I see where you're coming from.
God, that sentence sucks to read. It wasn't until the time came that college approached that he threw it all away and confronted his parents and shocked them with his choice. In the end, he was disowned and now pursues what he felt was right in his heart, whatever that may be.
I'm gay.
Oh, interesting.
Almost. Kind of, honestly. Not the reason, but was true. Okay, so, you read these, and, it's a little, intense, but...
It feels almost like it's pushing in a certain direction.
But I want to say, this is very different than a lot of Persona characters, because a lot of them... this is just me coping the whole time I read this. I hope you understand, because I let this guy in my game. But I was young and inexperienced. But I like this one, because every other character that applies is, depressed or, issues. I really was like, wow! He's, always positive? That's cool!
Mm-hmm.
That's a good idea!
Oddly rare.
It is a breath of fresh air, but also just happens to be laced with a deadly poison.
I know, and you're thinking...
All throughout that section, you'll figure this out in a second, viewers, but I was being coy because I know something that you don't. And it's the immediate next section.
Okay, what is his persona? You guys want to take this is a very mean question to ask, but do you want to take a shot in the ballpark of type of persona? We talking gods, demons, storybook characters? What are we thinking here for this guy?
I think it's
Mr. Jack Blackwood, the man who defied his god.
I'm sorry, we haven't mentioned it yet. His name's fucking Jack Black.
Jack Blackwood. Oh, don't worry.
Jack
He
Blackwood.
would immediately.
Okay.
He would immediately, when he joins the game, change his name to Jareth randomly, which is really funny to me.
Jareth?
Okay, I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna say his persona is actually a real person.
Okay, interesting. Ben?
I'm gonna say that it's from a video game.
Okay, both of these are technically correct.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with.
Oh no!
Sorta
Oh, you don't
Pantheon.
mean
A pantheon?
Yeah, some sort of god-like figure.
Kind of.
All
Alright,
of those are close.
you're all
Very
vaguely
close.
correct. Anyway, my persona is Hellel.
wait.
Lucifer. You know,
Lucifer.
the
Yeah.
pre-fall version of Satan.
I'm sorry. So one of us said real person.
Yeah, I mean, he was real.
Yeah.
Well, you don't go to church, bro? Turn it back on you, huh, Ben?
Lucifer wasn't
yeah.
a person, actually. He was a fallen
He
angel.
and that's why I said sort of real. He
Therefore,
existed.
not a person.
Liam, I
because
said
that's a
sort of.
human.
I said
And
sort
I
of.
don't want Blake to get any points.
Sorta, kinda. What are we doing?
As the
here?
angel that was cast out of heaven for defying God, Jack is in the same way in his own sense. The angel he was before.
Oh my god.
No,
Let him
you
finish.
think that's already bad. Here, I'm gonna continue with this next sentence. The angel he was before he became the devil, still a holy being that had strength to defy those above him for not agreeing to their divine plan.
No,
Jack-
So
I want you to justify how you could read that, and no matter what stage of your life you're at, you're like, yeah, that's okay.
One, I was 17. Two,
So-
go ahead, Richard. What do you want to say, smug ass?
So this is the deadly poison that I was talking about before. Not only it's a little more obfuscated, but this is also a person who fought of the demon first and then based the character second.
Yeah, 100%. So I'm gonna spoil something. He basically just read Paradise Lost and wanted to make a character off of it, which I also like. So my response was, well, you can't literally just have Hello. He's so canonically overpowered and important. You can have because I don't want to get too far into the old Persona S&T game, but it's yeah, you can have a part of Hello. I like it symbolically for what you're going for here. I still unironically I'm yeah, the symbolism's fine. A little trite, obviously, to a degree, but you don't always have someone who picks Hellel and justifies it, right? You normally have those guys just pick him because he's cool.
Yeah.
And my standards were really low, and I was 17. Shut the fuck up!
Get it.
Cope.
So
drink a monster.
what's his distinguishing trait? Maybe he redeems it.
Out with it.
A charming...
He cares too much.
He literally cares too
I'm
much.
so shocked that you didn't say that enough yet, Ben. Fuck. A charming character...
None of the characters have had that prompt of what's his trait.
No, they have. We just normally, it's always he's got blonde hair. A charming
Sweet.
character that goes out seeing the problem first and handling the steps that come no matter how daunting. Has a knack for getting himself into trouble with figures of authority or those who carry power and will often challenge them or try to mock them logically. Tips Fedora.
Try to mock them. Oh, don't be playing one of those.
Listen.
He comes so close to calling himself an argumentative atheist there.
Listen, which isn't the worst character trait if you're handled by someone who doesn't seem like a sociopath, right?
I guess you're right.
Anyway, here's his history. Jack is currently 17 years old, struggling to pay his way through high school, and he's wrapping his head around college if that will ever come.
This guy was homeschooled. There's no way.
I never heard struggling to pay his way through high school.
Well, it's because he lives alone and is Japanese.
Well, you got the live alone part right, I'm pretty sure. I think that's what he meant, he needed rent. Anyway, Jack's mother died giving birth to him, and he never got to know her other than seeing her face in pictures and old albums. At a young age, Jack grew up having his life dictated by his father, a well-respected and wealthy CEO of the multinational shipping company Blackwood Carrier. He didn't really have much of a choice in his education or people that he hung out with. Being bred for success by his father, it was almost a chore to even dream about other ideas for the future. To his father, there were only two things Jack needed to see in the future: the company and success. Based. But Jack only took to heart the part about success, and even then, it was not how his father wanted to see it. To Jack, listen, he can spell. That was also impressive to me. To Jack, success meant being happy both emotionally and physically.
I fucked lots of guys.
Yeah, I guess that's what he meant, physically. And while he lived a very pampered life going to prestigious school, he held on to the fact that all the students were in one same direction boat. I don't know what he means by that. At the time...
Well, it's on an island. You had to take a boat.
Well, yeah, he means the boat we arrived on.
Based. As time went by, Jack became more of a delinquent in the eye of his school, and he was kicked out. Imagine kicking out a rich kid from your private school. That's so inaccurate. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, my dad runs Sears. I got kicked out of high school for smoking pot. Yeah, okay. This continued for a year before Jack's father finally had enough of him and they came to harsh words, ... And all the while, Jack was smiling as his father was frothing at the mouth and spitting in anger. This inevitably led Jack to being disowned by his father, and he could easily say it was the happiest day of his life. Now, with the money he, quote, borrowed from his father, he intends to make a new life for himself in Elysium, ...
Did he expect to just, get away with that?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. He expected to.
He expected to.
Did he?
What do you mean?
Did he get away with just taking his father's money?
Oh, it's like I asked him what he made. He's like, yeah, like $500. And I went, yeah, okay, sure.
I guess he did.
It's not like a CW. I've stolen $1 million. He literally meant like I stole a fistful of dollars.
That is so fucking funny.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh yeah, that's
holy
fine.
shit.
That's funny. I was like, yeah, that's fine. He didn't want to be rich at all. He was like, no, it's just like he stole a little money. I
love the money.
This character is like with in retrospect, it's pretty bad. I liked the idea of I only liked him because he had this autistic backstory, but he insisted that his character was chipper, positive, and charismatic about it. And I'm like, kind of being a deadbeat afterwards, but being I'll take what comes at me and I'll take it on the chin and be a resounding force around the party to be a positive guy and an influence. That's a good angle. I'm
like a good guy.
You want someone like that. That's fun.
Yeah,
he made it express that even in the face of anything, he's cocky and brash, and he's got an argumentative side. I'm like, yeah, that's a character flaw and positive.
Yeah, and do you remember the first thing he did in school?
Why don't you tell them, Richie?
So, not the first thing that happened in the game, because we had some intro before school started, but...
He seemed like when he came, he seemed like what was on the label.
He seemed like what he told us he was going to be. Then school started, and he was in the upper classes, so he was like a senior. So since they were coming late, the characters got brought around, shown around by one of the NPCs. A very nice, girl next door, but a rich, good girl type character. Mm-hmm. So that's the first NPC he meets in school, shows him around. They get to class. Another character is coming back this day. A very good boy, also rich, from a rich family.
It's kind of a gated community thing,
Kind of gated community thing. Very, has very down-to-earth values, is very Christian. That doesn't really matter, but it matters for this next bit, who is reintroduced to the class as having come back from some kind of rich kid vacation or something he was on, walks by Jareth's desk, sees that Jareth has a Bible out on it, and sees that the Bible has been defaced, to which he goes, that's interesting. To which Jareth goes, yeah, I'm thinking about rewriting it.
That's funny.
He said his defacing just said dumb shit on the cover. He
Okay,
wasn't
never
very clever.
mind.
It wasn't very clever, but I'm thinking of rewriting it.
I'm thinking of rewriting it.
I was
That's
put
good.
in a stunned state. I was fucking shield broken. I was flabbergasted. I didn't know what the fuck to do. Holy shit.
Yeah. And so from then on, the character progressed.
Felix, what are you doing to the Radix?
Radian, I'm thinking of rewriting it.
Well, I'm gonna knock your sock off.
I can make this better.
I can make this better.
No!
Oh, go ahead. I fucking hate
So yes,
this
that was the first real look behind the curtain of the character, and he proceeded exactly like that for the rest of his time in the game, only seeming like he was being steered back in the right direction whenever his persona would talk to him.
and be like, hey Jareth, we should think about what's good in the world to do. We should help. Shouldn't be so negative all the time. And he's like, yeah, I guess hello. Okay.
I guess Satan.
Well, it's pre-Satan. It's the Morning Star form, obviously. And I made it like the theme was like, I forget which chart it was, but it was based on the virtues, and he had one of the virtues of hello. Like the big archangels in the setting were like fractured into virtues, because not like one person can handle a fucking archangel in their subconscious. That was the idea. And so he had a virtue of it. And like he then like, because I had the character not immediately go, what's wrong with you? Where he's like, that's an interesting thing to say about the Bible. I encourage you, and I'm glad you're studious about it. As long as you do your best, I can't like fault you for wanting to try to reinterpret things. I think I really must have made him sad that the character didn't spurg out, because he then proceeded to like kind of be friends with him, like begrudgingly.
Yeah.
Because I didn't make the character go, oh, I'm losing my mind!
You're owning me! You're owning me!
And then, I mean, this guy didn't last too long in the game. Is there anything else playing besides like the end part, Richard?
Yes, there is.
Please, go.
No, you have to read part of his next, where you responded with criticism to him. You have to read part of his next bit.
All right.
Starting, well, I guess you don't. The only part you have to exclude would be the no worries at all. Him responding to your constructive criticisms of how he might improve it. So
yeah, I can agree that hello would be this part, right? Start here.
Yes,
I can agree that hello would be a bit of an overkill. Sadly, I don't think any of the other star personas fit him really well with Jack, so I may need to do a fallen, demon type in S&T. It's not like an edgy name he came up with. I do have other character concepts in mind.
So just read every arcana and persona, he'd go with it.
God damn it, I forgot about this. So he has some other character concepts. For death, he has Alice. For justice, he has Melchizedek.
Oh boy.
For priestess, he has Scathach, which is okay. It's not too bad. That's
the theme?
Yeah, and for judgment, he is Michael or Metatron. Each of these is a different character that isn't Jack. If I had to go with a fallen for Jack, I would have to go with either Satan, which I know is basically Hillelish, or Samael.
I feel so bad for you, Samael.
Owned, Ben. Owned. You're on the same ranking of him. Again, no worries about the Hellos thing. Just might want to change it up a bit in the description that all persona can be used.
Well, thank you for that, friend. Thank you.
Thank you for that suggested, dickhead.
Please, when you are deciding on personas and you give a list, don't make them all the ultimate personas.
Pretty
it
cool.
It kind of shows your hand when you have 5 aces.
Pretty cool, dumbass. Yeah. So he proceeded not to last long in the game.
Why not?
No.
He kind of cornered himself into a niche. He basically slowly just became like an edgy, like depressed guy. The complete opposite of what he proposed.
Hey, Noah.
Yeah?
Remember when he took a self-imposed trauma in that one fight and then asked if his light can be black?
I forgot.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he had the Hama element, and he took a self-imposed trauma, which is how the damage worked in the system. They're lasting injuries. And then he asked if he could flavor his Hama attacks as being black, like light.
Damn, why didn't I do that?
But should I say yes?
No, you didn't.
All right, good job, Noah. Pat on the back there. I was a young man. I didn't know if I capitulate. I said, no, that's pretty gay, I guess. And later, near the end of the game, basically in his last session, he kind of got in a discussion with another player character who was like not really confronting him angrily, just kind of like, dude, you need to kind of shape up a little bit on this issue. You kind of like spurred the fuck out. I forget what it was about exactly.
I forget it too.
But he got really like testy about it, and he got really moody, and had him respond very poorly to his character's attempts. And at the end of the scene, he's like, "Yeah, Jareth walks away, and you know what, Noah? Social link shattered."
No, it's that guy?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that guy's my hero!
he fucking did the sound effect. I'm not fucking kidding.
It's the funny social link
shattered.
Social link shattered. Is so funny.
Shattered, broke it. Because we had a social link tracking system in this game, because that's what you do in Persona. And he shattered a personal social link with one of the other players. I was a bit aghast, and I decided after this session I needed to talk to this guy and be like, "Hey, dude, so don't know if it's really working out right now. Your character kind of isn't what you said he would be. And I don't like this character that I feel like you've... I believe what I said is I feel like you tricked me into playing a different character that I didn't approve."
Yeah.
And his response was basically, yeah, I'm sorry, man. Like, this is kind of what I want to do with him, because I tried the other thing to be, like, positive and happy, and it's really emotionally taxing for me to act like that. Like, I can't handle it. Like, this is closer to, like, I can't do that. It's not like how I am. I can make a new character, though, that's more like this from the start. And I went, no. I don't want that. That sounds like dog shit.
I specifically accepted you because the character didn't sound like this.
I don't want your edgy shitlord character, dude. I don't want them either way. Not even if he's from the start. You are a fucking idiot. Goodbye. And both of his friends went, yeah, good idea.
Yeah, they stayed much longer.
Which I found awesome, because like I realized later he's like he just knew them from this SMT game they played in, and the more I heard about it, he basically just played like a guy who looked like Hellsing with Ebony and Ivory in the SMT game, was just an edgy loser the whole game.
Oh yeah.
And I guess I would never have known, because he's the one who got the other players. So yeah, socially shattered, dumb shit in the Bible, maybe something else I forgot. Jareth, what a character. What a fucking guy. Big round of applause for him.
Oh yeah.
It's great member of the party. I would say I encourage people to try Roll20 members out, give them a shot. And if they turn out like this, you have a funny story, right?
Oh yeah, you do.
So yeah, pretty cool. Let me dig in my little black book here for another character or two to read, everyone. Does anyone want to... Oh! I'm sorry. I need to suggest people to rewrite this character to be better. Blake and... Ooh, Richard. I feel like giving to you is cheating because you know so much about him.
I feel it would be too.
I think I'll give it to Ben and Blake. Which one of you wants to go first?
I got this. Listen,
Okay.
This character fucks. Already, I think you were too hard on him. However, I had to.
Yeah.
I absolutely had
Remember,
to.
you can just add things, too. You don't have to take them away.
See, I gotta say, I really like the line of, yeah, I'm rewriting it. That's funny. But then you said, no, he literally wrote dumb shit on the front. Like,
yeah, he ruined it!
Fuck off. I would take that that's just a snarky comment. Like, he didn't literally, like, do anything to it. He's just being an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like this character could work with a better player, honestly. You know what I mean?
Dude, like I said, I think the character concept is solid if played by someone who keeps to it and is self-aware.
100%.
I want to make something clear to everyone who's listening. We probably said this. An edgy character is great if, like, the person plays them well and is fun. Like, if they're self-aware and they know how to play it to the game and the rest of the party and not, like, derail things with their shit or be, like, actually cringy unintentionally, this can be really fun. If this guy was a super positive but, like, edgy, bit atheist type, like, that could be fun in a Persona game. Like, that's fine, as long as he's not, like, just being himself under a mask, basically.
Yeah. But what does the mask mean?
So what is your suggestion, Ben? Just like played by a better player, basically.
I mean, I would obviously take out all the really edgy shit. Like, you can just make him like a. Well, honestly, I guess his backstory is pretty. It's pretty meh. You could probably like rewrite it where he's not like so like against his father. I guess I really feel like maybe he went a little too
literally
hard.
frothing. As he
Yeah,
put it.
I mean, literally, you could just be like, I would take out something like stole money from his dad or something. Like, who gives? Like, it doesn't really add anything that he stole money.
I would say, and I hope I'm not stealing this from Blake, the revision here is to make it not so one-sided, to make his dad also have a point, but he was too childish to understand it, and he doesn't just make his dad.
Ooh,
a
that's
anime
good.
Villain.
That's good.
People always do this shit with authority figures when they're too young and are edgy, where they always just make them one note bad. But the best thing to do is to make your character edgy and rebellious, and to make your the related parent authoritarian and hard-handed, and have them both be wrong about something, so they can grow together.
What you gotta do is base them off Hiram Lodge.
Base! Holy shit! If his dad was Hiram Lodge, his character fucks.
Dude, okay. Listen,
Blake's like,
whenever in the
suggestion.
future,
What the fuck?
Whenever in the future I am blessed with playing a Persona game again, I need Hiram Lodge to show up. Like,
Hiram Lodge.
literally Hiram Lodge. I'm not even gonna try to pretend.
Oh, okay.
I just want
in
Hiram
the
Lodge.
Archieverse. The game has to be in the Archieverse.
Oh my god, the game will be in the Archieverse.
All right, Blake, what's your suggestion?
So I'm gonna ask. It's not. It's kind of a cop out to just say, hey, don't just completely change what you play from what you write.
Yeah, I would say we're working on like the character application thing, so that's like
Okay,
meta knowledge.
Ben, what was your like specific?
My specific point was like, just take a like. This is a good chassis, but there's like little dumb bells and whistles like, oh, he stole money from his dad. Take that shit out. Just writing dumb shit on the Bible. Take that out. He makes snarky comments. He doesn't really like his dad. I like Noah's point that you can. Clearly they both have a point or something.
Okay,
like,
like
stuff
cut,
like that.
Like cut the chaff. Basically.
Yeah, literally cut the chaff. Honestly, you could probably change his persona and not really fuck him up too much.
Yeah, I don't think.
Not that you need to necessarily.
I don't think his persona is really. I don't think
you don't need to.
I don't think his persona like needs to be changed, but also is not like super important, so I wouldn't really bother doing anything with that. I guess what I would say, and this is what strikes me as interesting listening to his character, is that like they obviously have like a direction and opinions. And like very opinionated, kind of like, oh, like he's writing in the Bible being like, I'll fix it. I think stuff like that can be okay. And I agree that edgy stuff can like be good if the player is fine. But what I would be interested in is like a character like this who's like says they're like pretty happy. They're not like super like fucking edgy and like downtrodden. But then also has like really opinionated ideas, but they're not like a dickhead. But like they stand by what they like these kind of weird ideas like God is dead. But like they're not like mean about it. They're just like very strong-willed.
Like if you had a nice Christian neighbor, but instead he was a nice atheist neighbor. Who try and preach to you about atheism in the same way a soft, nice, polite Christian would preach to you about God.
Imagine a Mormon, but is atheist.
Yeah.
And like I think that could be really cool.
Atheist.
Yeah, and I think that could be really cool. Being like, oh, he's like really sociable, and like he's always subtly trying to get people to like understand his ideas because he thinks he's right. But he's not like, but he's like pretty easygoing and like makes friends pretty easily. So he doesn't like turn people off doing that, which is somehow how and it makes him more insidious in a way.
Yeah. Pretty fucked up how that's like almost basically what he wrote, but you have to clarify a few more points because without that he veers off into a car crash like he did in Play.
You have to make like the ideological angle, at least how I'm portraying it, it's a lot more important. Where it's like that's a bigger focus on like the day-to-day of the character in my mind. would be like
Mhm.
the actual like really displaying his ideologies, especially when it comes to interacting with others. Not saying you have to fucking like go on a fucking schizo diatribe every time you see anyone, but it's like you should be able to feel that in like most interactions.
Yeah, very good, Blake. I agree. Very good.
And
Very
like
good
I don't
points, both of you.
and I don't think he should ever be like a schizo being like I imagine his character being kind of friendly. So it's like he doesn't see like this nice girl offering to show him around and he's like, bitch.
Yeah. I think we can assume the suggestion is reintegrate this a bit more clearly, and then actually, I think with both of you, you just have to assume please actually follow the character you wrote down.
Oh yeah,
Noah.
Yeah.
I think you sabotage this character.
Yeah, you do. You think
Let me tell you on this.
Yeah, tell me.
Alright, so he pitched this character, Jack Blackwood.
Yeah.
With the persona Satan.
Yeah.
He was trying to make an homage to the Pick of Destiny.
He was, yeah, 100%.
And his hatred for religion is an homage to rock and roll.
Ooh! Yeah,
which is the devil's music.
Now, Liam, can I ask you that why in-game he immediately, without my consultation, said my name is now Jareth instead?
Because you made him change his persona.
No, it's still Hello.
No, he didn't.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, it's just a fragment of Hello. Liam, I said you can't be Beerus. You can be like a Beerus in training. I just power scaled it, basically. I'm like,
okay.
I can't be that strong.
My brain turned off for that 10 seconds.
Base. Understandable.
Well,
yeah, he should play music. That would have been good for Jareth.
Yeah, that'd be my suggestion. Make him a rock and roll.
Oh, that'd be base.
Rock and roll, like kind of rock star kind of guy.
Like an 80s rebel.
Yeah.
That'd be base.
And he keeps up beat by playing rock and roll, you know?
Yeah, he puts his soul into it, his problems, you know, the kind of guy in a movie they'd say, don't let your daughter hang out with him. He's just like a normal guy, basically.
Exactly.
He's actually a pretty good guy.
Yeah, that's base. That's a great character. I like that. Okay, we're at a crossroads of destiny here. And I'm putting this down for my two victims, Ben and Liam. You two have two characters. You will both have to decide who's going to read which. You have Matt's character from my game, or, quite possibly, on the other hand, the other character, which might be the most obnoxious Persona character I have ever read in my life.
I'll take the one that's fun to read.
Neither.
No. You're getting Matt from his game because I already know, basically.
Okay.
All right,
Excellent.
that works for me.
Okay, excellent. We're starting with you, Liam. And then Ben will get the most obnoxious Persona character ever written.
Let's go.
My brain, I always mix them up. Is Matt the one from last episode? Which was he the one?
We talked about both. He's Lily. He's not Nathan, who's the funny guy. Matt is the guy who
was
made.
He the one who's very wordy, or was that?
That was Ian.
That's Ian. Okay,
yeah,
all right, understand.
Yeah, that's Ian. Yeah, Matt is the Wario to Ian's Waluigi.
All right, I'll get the other half of the combo.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, here we go. This is for my game again, Americana. 2030. Right. Yep. Yeah.
All right. This character's name is Evan Avon Johnson. Prefers to be called Evan because he's embarrassed of his shitty made-up name.
Listen.
What's this guy got against the name Avon?
I got because his character is edgy. I gotta say,
fuck!
I don't know, Hero.
Oh my god!
I don't know.
Avon birthday.
No.
Yeah?
Liam, you have to remember, Matt
is black and hates black people. I'm gonna put it.
Yes,
here.
Matt is right.
He did it.
Matt
All right,
is...
everyone who's listening, I have to tell you an inside joke that I did because I'm an asshole once for no reason. I talked to Matt about my game before and my other things. This was with the One Piece game, I think, or it might have been for my RWBY. Yeah, it was for my RWBY game, and Matt was interested in it, and I knew the slots were filled, and I also didn't really want him in my game because I've DM'd for him before, and he's not the most agreeable player because he's kind of an idiot. I love him, but he's hard to handle sometimes and gets unfocused. And in RWBY, there's only 4 people, and we already saw what happens with good players. We lose 2 of them. But so what happened is I needed a reason, And I could have explained this to him very easily. In fact, I was not uncomfortable with doing that. But I thought it'd be funnier if I just told Matt that Liam here was intensely racist, and he would be uncomfortable with playing with him because he's black. And I explained to it, I very, in no joking manner, sat down for like 20 minutes to have a conversation with Matt because I'm a fucking asshole. Going like, yeah, dude, you know, he just kind of got too into poll memes and started really believing it. You know how it is. So I just convinced this man we're about to read that Liam is like an intense racist that we've been trying to help over the years to get away from his prejudices.
It's so funny being told that.
Oh, yeah. Because then Matt would say, "The guy's racist." But
Like, haha, I'm racist too.
Made a couple episodes I had to cut out of the last episode, and because it was funny to me, because Matt doesn't get offended. He's like, "Damn, that sucks." So I get it though, man. Like, yeah, I can see where he's coming from.
Why is that your response?
Because Matt is such a nice guy. If you speak softly to him and explain it, he'll empathize because he's a good guy. And I'm very mean for abusing that for my own personal pleasure.
Oh.
But I thought it was really funny.
It's not very nice. I don't like lies being told about me, no.
It's okay, racist.
Whoa!
Arcana, what is it?
You're being a real
sorry, let's make that our fan
rude
question.
guy.
Let's make that our fan question of the week. Is it a lie or not?
Is Liam racist? Yes or no?
You decide.
Do we want to talk about the Ben thing?
14 paragraph.
Explain it. I'm not racist.
Okay, okay,
people
fine,
are gonna
good
misconstrue
point.
that.
Good point. I also, for no reason, convinced Liam innocuously that Ben was black for no reason, and insisted upon this.
And
I knew he was lying.
And all of
but they were so insistent on it.
All of us were in on the joke and continued to make Liam think that for like 5 months.
Then we all watched Static Shock together, and I really like Static Shock, so he thought I was black.
That's all. Yeah, we were watching Static Shock that it really sold me. I was like, man, Ben's really getting into this.
I
we
love
really
Static Shock.
We all were really into it, and that was enough.
Liam.
Despite me,
Not just Ben was
Blake
really
and
into it.
himself all being
What?
the same level of interest into Static Shock. But the fact that Ben met our interest, Liam went, "Damn, maybe he is black." Anyway, it's like racist, guys.
Oh, it was so funny because I think at one point I'm just like, I think I mentioned something about Ben being black. I don't remember what it was, but I think everyone lost it collectively at once.
Well,
Like, what are you fucking talking about?
Well, because we once again proved we can make you believe anything if we all just try hard.
It was in the
I was
where-
gaslit by my group of friends.
It was in the
I didn't
episode where they
believe
went-
it.
It was in the episode where they went to Africa and Liam went, "Damn, Ben, I really like that."
It was not.
I think that's actually it. Yeah. I don't remember.
Ben rose to your defense on this joke I just made up.
That's not.
That was not-
I'm only said that as a joke.
Okay, remember, fans, you decide for
Afterwards.
real, is Liam racist or not?
I'm like that we
Comment
tried
down
to give
below.
Liam some
Racist.
apologetics, but he's digging his own hole here.
That's
Oh
what's
no,
so,
I think it was really
that's
funny.
what's
It
so
was
great
funny.
about Liam.
All right, Liam. So what's your arcana on this motherfucker?
Moon.
Base, not the moon, just moon.
I noticed that for like all these. None of them right now.
I hate it so much. Oh, it fucking bothers me. All right, what do we got here?
All right. Why/how my character fits the Arcana. All right. This fits my characters because he's one of the good guys who sleep right in the middle of classes and gets by in class just fine.
Yeah, like the.
He's not a genius or anything. He's just able to understand patterns and memorize things quickly,
Oh no.
leaving him bored and
Not
frustrated
again.
in school. So he spends his time chasing his fantasies instead. Oh. Okay.
Dude, I'm just so good at school. I don't have to try. Played
Yeah,
by probably
Pattern
the worst character.
recognition really gets you through school.
What now?
Probably played by one of the guys who's terrible at convincing this.
Oh yeah.
Don't play a super smart character if you're dumb. I learned that lesson.
Or be very good at
Hey
obvious
now.
things. Just be very good at not. The problem is when people play these characters and then they try to explain it. If you're doing this, always be very vague and obfuscate and say, "My character's smart enough for this."
Yeah, it's like
wield it like a sword.
It's
Now, Blake is going to tell you how to do it when he's never played this type of character. I'm kidding. He did in my game once.
Wait, what are we talking?
And you know what he said? He said, Blake, how do you do in school? And Blake goes, yeah, my character does well. Instead of trying to explain to me his fucking mathematical equation for why his character gets by without trying, he just went, yeah, my character tries really hard. There you go! That's how you make your character smart!
I just said my character does not actually have many friends, so he has to do something.
My character studied a lot and self trains himself in a lot of ways. That's why he's good at school. And you go, yeah, cool. You don't go, dude, he's good at pattern recognition.
Yeah,
I'm good at pattern recognition.
Oh shit! Why does your character good at like high school? It's like you don't have to be a fucking like literal genius. Yeah, he just studies.
Blake flexing it, knowing because he missed every fucking Mr. fucking poor attendance over here, being like, high school isn't hard. Based.
I would have passed with higher than a B if I didn't skip like 90 days.
Oh, Blake is literally Evan!
Yeah! I don't know who that is.
Alright. Avon. Please.
Oh, Avon. Yeah, Balak.
Evan Avon John.
Wait, Matt played this character in your game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm just imagining that.
Oh, it just gets better. Let's go.
He also enjoys experimenting and messing with his dreams. He likes to write them down to weave them into his worlds, particularly his nightmares. Unlike others who are afraid of the dark things that lay in their heads, he actively seeks them out. Sadly, these things leave him distracted from what he should be doing, like his homework. What the fuck does he mean?
I'm stuck in the dream
dream
in the dream world, and I need to get my homework done.
Okay, I want to say there's no worse character trait than making them a writer.
He made it a writer. Yeah, 100%. He saw Nathan, Ian's character, and was like, "That's cool." 100%. This is what happened.
Subtext is for cowards, and anyone that makes a writer is just a pretentious douchebag.
I know a bunch of writers who use subtext, and they're all cowards.
Listen, you can do this, but it's just never good to do it the way everyone thinks you should.
I mean, Richard, you agree, right? All authors are, like, awful.
I don't think I'm allowed to say yes anymore.
Owned. Alright, so what's his persona? Or as I put it, demon?
I'm stuck between Phobator, Greek god of nightmares, or his brother, Phantasos, Greek god of prophetic dreams.
Oh, that is Phantasos. I thought it was Thanatos. Man, okay, never mind.
No, Thanatos is a dead guy.
I was gonna be like, why did he put Phantos? I just misread myself.
I like how he literally probably just Googled, like, God Dream.
Yeah, I mean, he knew it was a Greek flavor. I read this whole section, and I got a funny joke at the end.
Though I think in a Persona setting, they'd mix the two together with their brother Morpheus. He's the god of messages from the gods to mortals via the dream world. Together they make up the rulers of the land of dreams.
Yeah, I know that guy from the movie.
You stole my dream journal.
Based.
Oh, that's why they call him Morpheus, because he's like the guy who dreams, and like he takes you out of the night.
Yeah.
That's real clever.
Yeah.
Damn, learn something new every day.
Good job, Wachowski sisters. Honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards for better, because I think he fits with my character's theme a bit more. His thing is that he appears in the form of beasts and monsters, and besides nightmares, he's also
kill myself.
In charge of phobophobia.
Yeah.
Since the world literally comes from his name.
Yeah.
Is phobophobia the fear of fears?
Yes.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, based.
Though, starting a sentence with though is not what you do. Though,
Chad.
Despite being, maybe it's thou, despite being a nightmare god and having his plane be in the underworld, for some reason, the land of dreams are in the underworld.
Thanks, Matt.
I haven't seen anything described him as evil, so I'm guessing he's just doing a job and gets kicks out of scaring people.
Thanks, Matt.
I'm guessing actually are lesser gods because I couldn't find too much on them.
Thanks,
This is my persona. I couldn't find much on them.
That's awesome.
I just googled Dream God. They came up. Fuck off.
And Greek. Because he knew it was Greek themed.
Yeah.
Alright, continue.
Oh fuck! There's a second.
There's a little bit here, yeah.
I'm not sure how Evan would get along with the Phobetor. For better.
For better or worse.
For better. Possibly really well with for better.
That was possibility.
Possibility, really.
Sorry. Possibility really well with for better, showing him how much fun it is. It is the spread fear rather than enjoy it personally, or he'll might be overtaken in his reviling of horror.
Scare people, Evan.
Noah, I have a question.
Yeah, what?
So in your game, the personas were like characters, right? They were more.
Yes, in the conjoined universe, this game had a bit of an edge closer to SMT in the fact that demons and mythological creatures were entities that roamed the subconscious and entered worlds. So personas were personifications of people while also having their own identity. And the closer the persona user got with them, the more they'd fuse. But at the start, they were generally pretty personal.
Yes, and Richard, your game was the same, right?
They are the same universe.
Exactly the same concept. My game was prehistory to his.
I want to ask you guys.
Sure.
Do you think that is a good idea?
Not very, very contentious point. I would say I liked what we had going. It is probably, if I ever consider it again, would relabel it to Devil Summoner rather than Persona, with the still keeping some Persona thematics. I think you can do this within Persona, because within Persona, this is technically true. Personas speak. In 5, it made it very explicit that they speak to their users, but it's always been kind of hinted at, especially with the main characters talking to the personalities they create. I don't think it's negative necessarily. I would say that perhaps we got a little ahead of ourselves in some directions, but I still think it's not a terrible idea.
I may have went far in a few places. I might have went a bit too far.
I don't think it's a terrible idea. I think it is perhaps wrong to have labeled these straight Persona. I think it should have been more inspired by Persona, or like Persona Shin Megami Tensei, like the Persona 1 and 2 were. Richard, thoughts?
I am a bit more hardline on this, in that I think that it is a bad idea for running a game, specifically Persona, but also I think if it was more just in general, an SMT universe, to have the Personas be so talkative.
Yeah.
In that, I noticed a big problem is that people spent way too much time trying to talk with and identify their personas and like figure out what their thing's going on with, and it's like them being their own pre-contained package of a demon with its own history and personality is cool, and I like that people liked that and were willing to engage with it. I just think it sucked them in too much into their own character's headspace, in that making the persona literally an NPC you could spend a scene talking to, I think is just too much for a game. Like, have a persona give snippets of dialogue quotes, or like show them a vision or something that relates to it, but don't have them talk about. Don't have a persona that a character can literally go to and be like, "Hey, Egyptian devil snake, what's your deal with your brother?"
Well, here's the thing I think we did that was the problem, Richard. I think is we shouldn't have let them actually be so, like, entirely synonymous with their mythos. We should have made them more personalized to the people, because I don't think it's terrible to have, like, because I think, like, on Meraki was pretty fun or something, because he was like, or like Valkyrie did okay, like in my game, because they were so detached from actual mythological influences of around them. It would become more of a problem when it was, like you said, Samael, where there's like another Egyptian thing. So Nathan all the time was obsessed with like Egyptian lore. I think we shouldn't have given them like so personalized missions. I think we should have made them more centric around the person, right?
Yeah, I think that the persona, that the demon as a persona should be less of a character.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah,
we can agree on that. Like I said, I'm even more a bit hardline on my opinion than that, is that, like I said, I don't want a character that a person can spend so long talking to and only get, like, fluff lore.
The problem was, like, it was such a cool idea.
Yes, it was such a cool idea.
The problem is the people.
The problem is the people, yes.
I'm the best GM ever. My players are the issue, but unironically.
It's like good uses of it, when Soren would interact with Sarasvati, and she
Yeah.
would give him advice. When
Because that was just him self-reflecting. He never went, what's up with Hinduism, basically? Unless it's, how do I get rid of a shadow gunk? Can you help me with your Hindu shit? Soren, it's metaphysical. I don't care then.
Yeah, it's like she would give something that is directly... She would give advice of something that is directly taken from Hinduistic beliefs, but she didn't actually be like, Soren, you should meditate on this.
Soren, you should get a dot on your head.
Yeah. Or another one where it worked out in my game is the Roman and Samael.
Yeah. Once again, just kind of give advice.
Yeah, just kind of give advice. Be like, Roman, this man is possessed. You should help him. Or, Roman, I saw something over there. Maybe check it out. Or if Roman asks a question, Samael would be like, I don't know the answer, Roman. Morally, an angel would do this, but you are a human and you're supposed to be teaching me.
Like, they're more like there's the player's subconscious characters, like subconscious emotions that clung to them, is what need to be focused.
Yeah, I did not like when it was, hey, Egyptian devil snake, tell me your deal. Or,
hey, vampire, let's go murder someone.
So the reason I ask is because it always sounded like, basically from the way it always sounded, I kind of get what Richard's saying is like, it sounded like it might just be too
disorganized,
like extra.
Yeah.
It's just a bit too
and
extra.
I really liked when I played the Persona game with Noah. When Noah ran his Persona game for me, it was clearly stated to be a lot less like that, where it's more like classical Persona. Like, it's there. It might talk, but it doesn't talk on screen. And like,
I didn't have your Roman Emperor talk about reigniting the Roman Empire.
Yeah, so I took it as Justinian, who was my persona, was like a persona, like he represented my character's confidence and strength. So it's like I let him be like a background figure of like showing why my character would feel so self-confident sometimes. And like I like that because it never got in the way. And like, I guess I was always curious on like your guys' actual thoughts now that your games are like long.
We're so detached from them.
By now. Like since they've been done for so long, like what you guys might think in retrospect of like that large concept in your games.
It also added a weird thing with the NPCs because some of them would have like a persona that felt like much more significant of a character, while some of them wouldn't. And it was hard because some of them were like, it was hard to balance. Because sometimes it'd be like, Richie, I don't know if you agree. Sometimes you'd make a NPC. I'm speaking for me as a DM, where you think the persona is pretty interesting to them and useful as like a point of reference. And then the player would never realize that and want to ask about it. Or sometimes it'd be like, oh, the persona's just kind of there. Like, they fit, but it's like they're not going to get a lot by investigating it. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of bad for players, because that kind of tricks them, where I, like, don't give them the same thing every time so they don't know about asking. How do you feel, Rich?
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. Now, from the DM side, you know that every persona is made with some symbolism.
Yeah.
And players just aren't going to see that all the time.
Yeah, because you don't want to put it on a signpost.
Yeah, so it's like it does end up playing out like that, where it's a lot of the time the players will see the persona and be like, oh, that is so interesting. I need to figure out why that is and what's going on with this NPC because of their persona. And some of the time it'll be like, oh, cool, little child. You have the god of death? That's cool.
Why don't you want to ask about why you might have that? Nah, I'm good. Fuck!
Yeah, like the biggest bane of ideas like that can honestly be like players. Because I mean, players can be really dumb. And if you tell a player, oh, hey, you could just like talk to yourself, they're going to be like, fuck yeah.
But the problem is, it's also your fault for not being able to convey things properly. That's why when you say it's a bit extra, I think that's a good way of putting it. Because you're making it too difficult for them to, like, figure out, like, entirely what it is. Which, open-ended things aren't bad in games, but if you're causing such a disparity in quality because you left it too, like, open and you never gave them enough good, like, solid ground to realize they should be thinking about these things, it's your own fault for putting in too much detail while being too vague.
Yeah, here's the way I feel about it, is that I particularly did really enjoy a lot of the intricacies of interacting with your persona, but I do feel like it's just a bit too extra to start with that and expect it to be a good idea. I think if you're gonna do that, you're going to have to like build up to it.
I think the idea that someone would eventually figure out that that's kid's deaf persona is a manifestation of his own feelings in the relationship of his household might be a bit too vague for someone to ever figure out without someone literally explaining it to them, and that shit doesn't really do much.
Yeah.
Whew. Yeah. Persona game hard. Don't get over indulgent. Be careful. That's how I'd put it, I guess. Oh man. So Liam,
distinguishing trait?
Distinguishing. Oh!
No, don't you want to tell him the fun thing about his demon?
Yeah, so we talked about Femidord for a while, or Morpheus, right? Anyway, so he didn't use any of these. Instead, near the end, he's like, oh man, can I use like Lovecraft? I was like, yeah, sure, that's an American writer. That's actually a cool idea for a persona. I'm sorry, I didn't think about the consequences of saying yes to Matt asking.
No, hold on. Fuck off. I was there for this. That is not exactly how it played out.
Alright, fine.
We were in the after sessions of one of my games when Matt brought up that he had found out that Noah was opening apps for his game again and was like, maybe I'll try it. And they started talking about some ideas. He said that he had a post written up and that he was going to do it, but he had some alternate ideas about personas. Yeah. And that is when he brought up the idea of Lovecraft, which, to be fair, Noah did respond immediately the way he did there. There was a bit more in that both of them, initially just Matt brought up the idea of the fact that Lovecraft would probably be pretty upset with getting saddled with a black kid.
And I'm like, wow, that's funny. That better not be the... Oh, I really hope that's not the reason he picked him. It probably was the reason he picked him.
That probably was the reason
he picked him. It was funny. Because he read a post that Lovecraft was, weird.
That day.
Super racist.
Help me!
Help me! Man! Hey, Google Lovecraft's cat's name. It's funny.
Yeah, so you're not getting away with playing this.
It's not funny, Noah.
You knew why he was
racist.
Lovecraft. Well, it made sense with his dream obsession and his
Liam,
character.
they already wrote their comments. You can't stop it.
Yeah, you don't need to... Fucking, come on, Liam. Trying to profess yourself. Liam out here going, I have black friends, basically.
We need to cancel Lovecraft.
I just fucking... I was like, Lovecraft makes a lot of sense and he's a cool persona idea. But I mean, like... Or instead, you could just be like, he was racist in Tentacles.
He was racist.
Alright, distinguishing trait, Liam. We've been on tangents.
Oh, sorry, that wasn't
He's black. Based.
He is, for the most part, in his own world. That's
a period. Awesome. Period.
He, the kid who spends most of his time looking out the window, has a small group of friends and keeps to himself. He dislikes to leave his comfort zone for anything, but he can be brought out with the right bait.
Like the ultimate bait!
Evan keeps a dream journal because he likes to see if he can mixes them into interesting stories, particularly the really weird ones.
Yeah.
All of which he does not censor and puts directly on the internet.
Based.
Especially the nightmares which he likes to fuel with substances to influence his writing. He's not an addict or anything, or maybe he is, but also enjoys playing white noise and other weird tracks as he goes to sleep too. The dude isn't a dick or an angsty goth who doesn't want to spend time with anyone. He's just caught up in his own stuff, and if you got to know him, you'd find he's rather antsy, if anything, and just like small groups.
Oh boy, was that a lie.
Holy shit. Yeah, how are we feeling about this distinguishing trait of four different things?
Oh fuck, this guy fucking talked to our atheist boy that we just read.
Dude, I hate how every fucking character is an introvert.
I hate it. Everyone wants to be an introvert.
I know, it's awful.
It really. Well, I mean,
play what you know.
am
Am I right?
It's literally play what you know. Like, you guys are protagonists. Like, don't you want to be a bit? I'm not saying you can't play a type of character, but don't you want to give them a thrust, a call to adventure, to be the guy who's like that? It really feels like a lot of the time they're applying wanting to be one of the Persona NPCs that the party talks to. Like, I want to be the person they pull out of their trauma. And, like, I like a character who's fucked up and needs help from others. But can't you give them a little more, like, action, like a
agency,
little more agency?
For fuck's
That's
sake.
what I'm going for. Yeah. And I just want to point out, one of his distinguishing traits, he just uses drugs to dream and write things.
Yes.
So it's like, okay. Yeah.
I do peyote.
That's interesting in our universe that dreams are powerful, so I thought that was interesting. He knew that. He'd played in Richard's game for a while, so I'm like, okay, he's trying to make use of the setting. I'm not going to say no to that.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm sorry. The timeline always fucks with me. That you guys were you were doing your game while I was in Richard's game, right?
Yeah, my game came before Richard's game in the timeline, so he joined pretty late into it because we needed more people at one point. He only talked to the NPC version of the Edgy Atheist, unfortunately. Who had come back
the armored
from,
skeptic.
Who I had come back from a long trip and now was the initial character he said he was.
Yeah,
and just was like, yeah, guys, I was going through a really traumatic time. Sorry I was like that back then.
Yeah, and now that character is a good character, Evan absolutely hates him.
Evan saw him once and hated him. And explained why Richard's so funny.
Because another character had a crush on Jareth.
Okay. We're going to get into this. I'm gonna get into this, but just say this got really uncomfortable in a very funny way. So let's go for his personal history and just leave that little nugget right there, okay? Of Matt's Matt.
Is this the thing I'm thinking of?
Maybe, I don't know. I might have told you, but
Alright. Well, we'll get to it eventually.
Yeah.
Alright. Evan's life wasn't really that hard, just normal.
Awesome.
In fact, it was rather decent and he was kind of spoiled. But things came easy for him because he learned at an early age how to gain the system, or perhaps rather life, and then just went with whatever people put in front of him.
Jesus
a long sentence.
Christ.
What does that mean?
I don't fucking know.
He learned you know that book that The Secret that Elliot Rodger is obsessed with? He read that and figured out how to rule.
Is he gonna win the lottery? Like,
he also wrote gain the system instead of game.
Yeah, gain.
Yeah.
He literally just says, like, at an early age, he figured out how life worked. Refuses to elaborate. Keep going.
If he kept
he elaborates here.
If he kept everyone happy, he never had to worry about them, which was alright with him. Personal conflicts with others are just too bothersome. One day, after being dragged along by one of his few friends from school, he ended up trying out mushrooms, and it ended up sending him into a writing fit.
Not
he gained a lot from it and started using them and other drugs to play around with his dreams and writing. To him, his stories were all masterpieces. To others, well, it's safe to say it got him sent to the counselor's office more than once.
See, at least
what was he writing?
So I appreciate that Matt, when he made Evan, he made him a shitty writer, which I feel is more endearing. He made this guy a retard who wrote like schlocky like horror stuff, and like he was good at writing a scary scene, but he wasn't like a good writer. That was a point of contention. I approve of that. It's unfortunate that Matt's self-awareness can only go so far. Anyway, family.
His family is from New Orleans and are the owners. Yeah, Tremor's so good. And are the owners of a family-run restaurant. They moved to the island hoping to expand.
Yeah.
Sorry, the island in your setting. I thought he was calling New Orleans an island, and I was about to lose my fucking mind. Yeah, Katrina was extra fucking strong in this universe.
Yeah, that's small differentiations. New Orleans is an island now. That's just in the game page. It's the only other fact about the setting.
Does the game take place there? No.
No, just want to talk about it. God, we were gonna go to New Orleans at one point. That was gonna be so fun. Anyway,
they are fairly cuddly, loud, and use his weird birth name in public. He hates them, but what teenager doesn't? And in the end, he still loves them, just wishes they were somewhere else.
Yeah. Okay.
He's very worried about moving to the island, mainly in how he'll keep up his stash if he'll get caught by that crazy security system. All of it reminds him of those police state books he's read, and it's kind of driving him up the wall. All right, what did that last 2 sentences have to do with his family?
I don't know. That's just part of the backstory. Like, not real. The AI on the island is not part of his family. Don't know why it was there.
Yeah.
He has a mom and a dad. He has a mom, dad, and a younger brother. His parents are very into the family values / bonding thing, and often get frustrated at his consistent disappearing for his drug habits. not that they know what he's doing, and he feels he's throwing his life away from not having any real plans. Having spelled with an E and an I.
Based.
Having. They spend a lot of time trying to groom his little brother because of his lifestyle.
Woo!
Not the right
Make that
word.
better next time. Raise.
Not the right word.
Raise is what you want.
The word was popularized by Sargon of Akkad.
I guess. He has a pretty good relationship with his younger brother, yet to be named, because he's more fun than his parents, yet to be named, and thinks he's the coolest but wishes he'd spend more time with him rather than being off in Dreamland or not around at all.
Or he actually names his parents.
What? I know, he does. I was making fun of him for taking 3 fucking paragraphs to get around to it.
Yeah, I feel like you should have done this at the top, honestly.
Yeah, 100%. I gotta say...
You like the naming fee?
Yes. Yeah. All right, let me get through this. Mom, age 36, Martha Johnson. Dad, age 40, Jonah Johnson. Spelled J-H-O-N, son. Differently than the mom's last name.
Spelled Johnson.
How do you fuck up the spelling of a last name once for a mom and dad kid?
And he wrote it correctly at the top for Evan too. He just copy paste, my man. I don't know. Dyslexia is a hell of a drug, I guess. And then Lil Bro, age 7, Jonah Jr., JJ or Junior for short. Very cool.
Very cool. I like the part where he's said he wishes he spent more time with his brother instead of doing drugs.
Yeah.
You should write that as not you wish you could spend more time with him, because you can. You should say, in hindsight, he feels bad he hadn't spent as much time with his brother.
Oh, well, that just shows how much of a shithead addict he is. He's a degenerate addict. He says this, but he just gets high. All right, Liam, but as is the best part of any time when Matt makes a character, what are his hobbies? Because they're always fucking hilarious and embarrassing.
All right. Besides messing up his head and writing, Evan also enjoys doing a pinch gardening.
Hold on, pause. He immediately got into game and said, "Hey, man, would it be funnier if he was bad at gardening?"
Okay.
Continue.
Cooking.
Awesome.
Playing roguelite games.
That's not roguelike, roguelite. Very specific genre.
Which is a genre.
Which is also incorrectly spelled because it's roguelite, I turned
yes, he spelled it wrong.
Awesome.
Visual novels, that's kind of a guilty pleasure.
Okay.
And tabletop RPGs.
I play D&D!
Because he's a mid-maxing asshole and enjoys breaking the games. It's min-maxing, first of all. Not mid-maxing.
It's mid-maxing.
Please. Alright. He likes the...
I can't stand this.
Bro, what if we played the Persona game inside the Persona?
Dude, what if we played a D&D game in our D&D game, and I put that D&D game on your D&D game on that yo-yo, bro? Yeah, that's right. Bringing back the old memes.
He likes things that challenge him, but for most things, he's either too lazy to go for the long haul unless things are constantly changing, or gets so into something so much that he takes the fun out of it for himself.
It's just self-destructive even with hobbies.
What a fucking loser.
Literally, my character is a big loser. I'm like, based. And then he proceeded to be a bigger loser than I ever could have imagined and went, oh no!
Oh,
Not only that, but antagonistic and destructive. So let's talk about. We teased this one conversation, but we have to talk about.
I gotta say, where's his love of music? He's in New Orleans!
I know.
He's a black man in New Orleans! Where's the soul? Where's the jazz? Come on! Where's the bone?
Matt's a fucking idiot and didn't know anything about New Orleans besides gumbo!
Hey, you watch your mouth.
It's literally true!
No. Gumbo was what his family made for all the events they catered.
Yes, this was brought up multiple times. I fucking couldn't stand it. Okay.
He didn't even describe the family.
So he's worldly and you hate him. Damn.
Yeah, exactly. So, we need to talk about, possibly, we teased it a little bit. Liam, do you want to pick some people to improve this first before we go into this?
Oh, yeah. Ben.
To improve it?
Yeah, what do you do?
I gotta say I'm pretty doomer on this one, but
you gotta do
I
it.
had to.
Your best improvement you can make.
Whew. I guess you could like. Honestly, I don't fucking know. I really don't know. I don't know why this one's like a wall for me.
Nice.
I guess you could not let Matt play it.
Awesome. All right, Liam,
That's
who's your
a
other
good
pick?
start.
I'm gonna do Blake, because he's the one who doesn't have experience with this
True,
character.
good call.
Then you guys can just literally give your answers anyway, because if you have them, I'm sure you want to give them.
No, hell no. This character's in Matt's hand. It can't be fixed.
Understandable. Blake?
Do I have to fix it for Matt or just in general?
No, the character
you
concept.
can't fix the character concept.
God. I'd probably play more into him like being a fuck up, but like have the character not think so. Like go more hard into like, yeah, he's like a shit writer. Yeah, he's like a drug addict that like he doesn't like his family's like worried about. They're not like mad at him, but they're like worried, and he's like, it's fine. I got this.
Yeah.
And then like he unlocks like a persona and like has some semblance of like importance in like whatever's going on. So like he takes him and been like, yeah, see, I fucking got this. I'm like like people rely on me for something.
That's
and
a good
like
struggle, honestly.
Like and like the obvious thing with a character like that who like is undeserving and is kind of a fuck up, but like thinks they're cool, is like there's like a dual growth in the fact that like they come to terms with the fact that fuck, I've been like a fuck up for like ever. And two of like them actually then the gratification is like as it goes on, they actually do become like the pretty competent person they thought they were by accepting that they used to not be.
I think that's great because that's a very simple change of just saying make him just slightly more shitty. Which is basically kind of what he described. So like, yeah, it's good. I like that. That's why I thought he might be able to be a good character, because it seemed like he was inspired. I'm like, oh, this could be good. Anyway, it wasn't good. I was too nice to Matt. I wanted another player in my game. I didn't want to have to go on Roll20, explain the setting to another person. I was lazy. Ray, do you want to like start with this? Should I? How do we start this up?
Before we get into the literal gay shit,
Yeah.
just one thing I want to say is that unfortunately, I have to say that Matt may have made one of the worst moons I've ever seen.
True.
And I'm going to explain that in that a few key things about the Moon Arcana is that it's not about going crazy. It's not. It is about being overwhelmed. It is about being fearful. It is about feeling like you are lost in a strange place.
But Richard, when you're scared, you go crazy. Haven't you played Amnesia?
Correct, yes. But it's also about being able to rationalize that and come to your own worldview that allows you to navigate these strange landscapes. It's about going different, not going crazy.
It's deluding yourself.
Yes.
In different ways that aren't always super immediately negative, perhaps.
Yeah, it's about being Von Gogh.
Basically, yeah.
Basically. It's about you are going crazy and it is destroying your life, but in that craziness you can make something amazing and beautiful. And Matt just hit a character that was just, I am going to go crazy, I am going to be afraid, I am going to suck at stuff.
I made the joke, but Matt is literally like, I'm losing my mind, like unironically, all the time when he played.
It's true.
Yeah. He literally did the meme so many times.
I'm fucking crazy.
Literally, all the time. I couldn't fucking handle it. I was so exasperated.
Yeah. So now the literal gay shit is that I'll start and we'll see when you pick the ball up. I don't want to go too far before I hand it off, but when Matt joined the game, and this is something that you maybe could have predicted from just the one other place you could have seen it, is that Matt really latched on to one other player when he started playing in this game. And that was our good friend Alex.
My boy, Alex.
Alex, we love you. It's been a while since I've talked to you. I wish that weren't the case.
You, Alex.
Yeah.
Is he the guy whose spot I took in the RWBY game?
Hell yeah, he couldn't make it.
The guy you bullied out, you mean?
The guy who I threatened with a gun to drop out of the game.
Technically, I also took him away because I think he was going to be the team leader.
Yeah, 100%.
Don't sell yourself.
Fun fact: Alex's character, I repurposed his character as Harvey as a side character because I needed more fucking Vital Festival characters.
Yeah, because you went insane and made like 1 billion characters.
Gotta have my funny tuning exam.
Who the fuck would do that?
Oh boy.
Yeah, well now Naruto's in Fortnite, so who's laughing now?
Me.
Oh god. So yeah, Matt really latched on to Alex and his character Kyle, and I mean, I guess they had some talks outside of stuff, tried to figure some things out. I don't know how well that went, because in the aftermath hearing about it, it seems like Alex thought it was funny, but wasn't fully on board with like talking about the stuff at the time.
Yeah.
In that Noah, you pick it up.
I mean, I don't know how to say it besides, like, Matt seemed, like, pretty intent on trying to have, like, a weird possible romantic relationship with the other character. And because I reintroduced Jareth at one point, who Kyle was originally kind of, like, leaning towards that direction between the two, that re-sparked, like, a stirring relationship between these two guys. And so in-game, Evan literally became, and it's kind of out of game, Matt, became this, like, really weirdly malicious, spiteful guy who fucking hated him, because I guess he was stepping on his boy pussy.
Yeah, I guess.
Ironically, I don't know what to say. Like, he fucking hated Jareth, and just kept putting, like, he was like a schizo. Evan was like a schizo about it.
Unironically, he was.
And I couldn't tell how much of that was in character or not, because I think...
I can't either. I know that at one point, he confided, like, in you in a way that he made it seem like he didn't tell Alex.
Yeah.
That he just suddenly decided Evan's actually really straight. And, like, this was going to be some big secret that Alex didn't know about.
Yeah, so he cope-walked his character into thinking his character had talked himself into being gay, and was then going to, like, have a failed relationship with Kyle and then be super straight, which I think was just a cope-walk, because Alex was like, nah, I don't really think our characters would be good together, and he's like, I wasn't gay anyway. Like, 100%! Like, it was the most surreal shit! I was like, I don't know what's going... Yeah, man, like, he kept rewriting bits of his backstory to give him, like, a pen pal with, like, a Okay, he rewrote his backstory that he lived in Japan at one point because they were in like, a fucking military base because his dad was a soldier. Yeah. And he had, like, a friend in Japan he's pen pals with who was, like, dying of cancer or something. He wanted to fuck her. It was so fucking weird. I don't know what the fuck happened with his character, but and he kept coming with new shit. I'm like, I didn't know about that, Matt.
Yeah,
he fucking Nathan'd me.
Jesse, I was kidding.
I was gay the whole time.
This is a prank.
Okay. Jesse, you're not gay? Oh.
I'm straight.
But you're like a cowboy.
You're from...
That's like your thing.
Come on, Jesse.
So yeah, it was a little fucking weird. A little fucking weird, guys.
Very,
That is a bit
very,
strange.
very fucking weird. Airs, I just want to share one snippet story.
Please.
One snippet
We love
story.
Matt here.
It is a Matt story. It's not explicitly about a relationship, but it's So you remember when our characters were officially Minutemen, and we're gonna have an actual training session?
Oh yeah.
With a guy on a jet who was shooting missiles at us.
Yeah, it was a persona.
And it ended. Well, yeah. It ended up with us in a car chase, and Alex's character Kyle was on the roof of the car for some reason at that point. I forget exactly why.
Yeah,
I believe to use one of his abilities.
Yeah, to attack the guy, probably.
Yeah, and bear in mind that this was a training exercise that we could fail, we could probably get hurt in, but they weren't gonna let it go seriously bad, ever. Because the military was literally being like, all right, guys, time for training. Yeah. So, Matt, in all his infinite wisdom as Evan, when everyone was being like, okay, how do we protect Kyle from this guy's next attack? Went, I could pull him inside my book, to which... This will need to be explained later, after this. To which Alex immediately went, there's no fucking way you're putting me in that book.
Yeah.
And that is one of my favorite scenes. It just made me laugh so much as soon as it happened.
Well, it's because he was unironically doing I'm gonna fuck with the party things, and
yes.
that was one of the most problematic things. Play a shitty character, sure, but unironically being an antagonist to the other party members in not in a very detrimental way, especially in combat stuff, is dude, that's cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah, his book was just this dumb thing he started, where it's related to his personal ability to write things in it that could kind of be a storage device for demons and stuff, and he was experimenting. It was a very vague magical item thing.
Yeah.
And he basically decided it was in his head a Pokeball, which it was not. I need to stress.
Every single living thing he put in that book was killed and mutilated.
Yeah, it was he put a little bug in it, and it would because he wasn't good at using it, it would come out distorted and horrible. It came out like the drawing it was described as, and it was dying.
Yeah. Or it would just take in half of the thing.
Yeah, or something horrific, the hand scooped up half of you. It's I'll put a guy in there, and and he was going to try and do it. We had to stop him. He was going.
We literally had to stop, and Alex went, "No fucking way."
I said, no, you can't. We're not doing this. Let's move on through this scene, guys. So, yeah, pretty cool. He was ruled by the lulls, you know? All right, well, that was a little dip into Matt. We got some more on him we'll probably cover next time, but I did promise something, Ben, and that's your part of the bargain. You have to read the most obnoxious Persona character I've ever read. So, time to pay your end of the bargain, motherfucker.
Yeah, fair enough,
Kill energy in you, because
honestly, I really should have picked Matt, because I don't think I remember that character.
No.
Even though you definitely mentioned Evan to me. I fucking remember.
All right, Ben, so this is a long list, but you're starting just with the first one by this person called Gallo, and I'm sorry, but you signed up for this. So why don't you introduce yourself?
Oh my god, it signed me out of Roll20 again!
Oh no.
Why?
Dude, they don't want you to get hacked. You're on a fucking unknown account.
Or Matt Coble. Adam Coble, excuse me.
Known rapist.
Alright. It's been so long.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's been so long. How I've missed you, my friend.
Oh.
How I've missed you. Alright, so... Bros?
Swallow, you need some energy for this.
Okay, yeah, I do. I 100% do. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. Blake doesn't have to do this, but there is a photo, is the first thing. But we do get a name here. Rebecca Thistle Hoist. Or is it Hoist? No, Holst, excuse me. I thought that was an I.
Don't forget to read the actual player introduction as well.
I know.
Okay,
just
good.
Give me 1 second.
Look at this fucking character.
This character is a JoJo character.
Yeah, Yeah.
This character is drawn like a JoJo character, and that is what they wanted to make. And you know what? Unfortunately, JoJo doesn't work as a tabletop, but
awesome.
unfortunately, I mean, this is pretty good art. I'll give it to him. You're in a Persona game, but here we go. This person's account is Gallo, and they say, "Hello, I am Sydney, and while I'm not exactly new to tabletop gaming, I am still inexperienced. I mostly come from a background of 100% text-based roleplay, the sort of collaboration fiction you find in places like Gaia Online. I'm currently living with my family and my fiancée, who I just refer to as my wife, even though we're not actually married yet. I have approximately..." Oh my god, I'm sorry. This is bringing back so many memories. I think this is like...
This is one of the worst.
This might have been my gateway drug, actually.
100%.
I have approximately nothing going on in my life due to some health issues, making things like walking and standing fairly difficult.
Oh god, now I remember this.
Yeah, you remember this one, Richard. I remember being in the call with you, the Skype call. So, if I'm awake and not at the doctor, I'm online. I enjoy video games. And almost more.
That's what fucks me up.
I'm sorry. I just
literally
imagined somebody. I just imagined like somebody in the Mr. House like tube playing video games.
Literally what they described. Like, this is probably one of the most horrific sentences I've ever heard. More red flags than the Gaia Online sentence. Read it, please. I enjoy video games.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna start back at this. So, if I'm waking up at the doctor's, I'm online. I enjoy video games, and almost more than I enjoy video games, I enjoy mods.
I don't like video games as much as I like Skyrim titty mods. Base. What the fuck do you mean?
I hope to make something of myself someday, but for now, I'm just trying to be as happy as I can. I can be with what I've got onto my application.
This is a Wendy's.
Literally, this is a Wendy's.
Holy shit. I have to say this person's bio is infinitely funny, but we're not covering it today because it's just more of this.
We don't have to talk. Oh my god!
Yeah, I warned you.
Oh my god, there's so much!
I fucking warned you. This is the most obnoxious fucking character I've ever not written, holy shit, I wish, read in a Persona game. Possibly on the website. I will say, I think this person did draw their own character, so good work.
Yeah, that's actually really good art. God, why are artists all fucking weirdos?
Yes. Alright,
what's the deal?
Don't worry, I'm sure this person who could not resist writing 2 paragraphs about themselves will not make an obnoxious as fuck character. Anyway, what's the first sentence? It's definitely not up their own ass.
Oh, here we go. Personality and lifestyle. Okay, she's a wisp of a girl. Right there, you're out of my game.
Dude, it gets worse.
I know, but that right there,
so bad.
Red flag instantly.
Very cool. Very cool writing, Ian.
Hey, watch it. All right, she's a wisp of a girl that tries on. Sorry, I'm sorry. Now it's all clicking. This is something that I think of to this day, and it's just now come back to me. Oh my god, you were right. This is the most obnoxious.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, sorry. Take 3, folks. She's a wisp of a girl that tries on different identities, like someone trying to find a shoe that fits. Oh my god. No, Liam, this is probably one of the first applications I ever laughed with Noah about. Like after a session.
That sentence, I know I've heard it before. I know I've read it.
We've probably shitposted this before.
God, I've got all this this forum RPG gunk on me. Ew! God, get it off!
It slimed me!
I'm stuck on all this forum RPG text slime!
They all like Homestuck.
They keep using synonyms!
Alright.
Put the thesaurus down!
Hold on, we gotta get through this. We have to get through this.
Power on, brother.
Okay. Through her ever-changing, chaotic life, She keeps little the same. There are always a few things she can't shake. She's sensitive at heart, even when trying not to be, and her definition of cruelty is wide and far-reaching. She's deeply troubled by the state of the world, possibly even more so than finding her place in it. Sentimentality drives her hoarding habit, and her apartment is littered with stacks of boxes full of trinkets, or pictures, or notebooks.
Oh, she's just got trash! Piles of trash!
Hey, I'm the trash man. I come into the ring and no trash around.
I change my life all the time, but I keep all the garbage with me.
Oh, that's really cool. Anyway.
Damn, I really love how you smell and don't shower.
Dude, honestly, yes. This, but unironically. Sweaty madams, please apply.
Give me those feet!
Ah, the feet!
Oh, just a whiff, madam.
God damn it. Alright, hobby items are also largely featured. Okay. And the range is massive. A seldom used oh my fucking god! I don't fucking care! Okay, I'm gonna speedrun this shit. A seldom used violin leans in its case against a small desk in her bedroom, and the drawers are full of paints and markers in varying states of decay. Art, both hers and others, plastered the walls, and you've hard pressed to find a surface not occupied at least in part by a notebook filled with journal entries or story ideas or notes, or for someone's new unfinished plans or something great. So she's got engineering schematics. She's got art.
You walk into her fucking room, and it's just covered in shit on the walls, on the floor, to the ceiling.
You shit everywhere.
It's covered with art and just pages from stories, I guess. Like, what the fuck? Ew! Bitch, you live like this?
It's about learning.
Dude. I like that this application process buries the arcana, so we're actually going to have a lot to guess with. Alright, next paragraph, I guess.
Okay, so I lost my place.
By far.
Oh, yeah, my bad. I'm sorry. Dude, there's so much. But,
I know.
okay. By far, the largest section of her collection goes to the books. Oh, God. Though, books on everything in every genre. Fuck you. Yeah, that's right. We're talking cookbooks, Goosebumps, anything she can get her hands on.
You know anything.
Mein Kampf.
What's this? The Communist Manifesto next to Blue's Clues.
What's this?
That's
the Communist Manifesto next to the French translation of the Communist Manifesto.
Oh no! God,
I keep things very like organized.
Yeah. Nice shit pile. Thanks, I've been working on it for years.
Okay. Oh my god, okay.
This is so douchey.
Clearly bought at used book corner stores for less than $1. So literally Goosebumps, fuck.
Yeah.
Rough edge and frayed covers.
Ugh.
Heavy textbooks on science or the arts or history. The
Yeah,
Goosebumps
right.
choose your own adventure stories. Her coffee table holds a battered laptop. The L key lost somewhere. Oh my god.
The L key lost somewhere. I want to fucking beat you to death. This is not a fret. This is in Minecraft.
Wait, why the
Holy
L
shit.
key?
Law. Ben, pretentious. I just added it in.
Motherfucker.
I'm putting you in the character's shoe. I'm painting a scene for you. I took a creative writing class. Keep going.
Look, you can paint a picture, but this is too much.
This fucking sentence isn't over. Start from the beginning. Your coffee table holds a battered laptop.
Oh my god. Do not fucking backseat me reading this.
No, this whole sentence is pain.
Okay, her coffee table holds a battered laptop. The L key lost somewhere, with the Wikipedia article for Tassiomancy open on the dim screen, and an idle game in a small window to her side. Her addiction to divination is also evident. Were you to sift through her things, the edges of her tarot deck are worn soft, and it sits in a pocket in her backpack at all times. Her sharp, pale eyes are constantly looking for omens, ill or good, in an attempt to glean some ethereal guidance on whether or not she's finally on the right path. She covers her things, her body, her clothes, her foods, in strange glyphs of her own design, hoping to pour her intent into everything she does. Man, nice glyph on your hot dog.
Dude, she pours the ketchup in a fucking swastika on her hot dog.
Hey, can I get some ice cream?
Let me carve a rune into it first. Dude, she pulls out a marker and starts drawing on herself. I know. Liam, you need to unmute. I know you're choking.
I'm sorry. This is very funny.
I can't believe Liam didn't do it, dude.
Can we talk about how the worst thing you could ever do in these games is have a tarot card deck? Fuck off. You are so gay.
Yeah.
Play Persona and have a tarot card deck. I don't care if the lady
100%.
from Persona 5 did it. That was also cringe.
Yeah,
Igor's the only one allowed to do that. Fuck off.
I mean, I always like the thing where, like, you know, they're like, "Oh, I bought this," and like, I could totally read your fortune or whatever. Like, you can be no, you can be like a con artist. You know what I mean? Not like you're actually into it.
Wow, man, it's a shame that literally everyone does the opposite, huh?
That's what I'm saying.
It's a shame that this idea.
I know everybody wants to literally just play a Velverin attendant.
I fucking hate it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so Glyphy food, cool.
Why'd she put glyphs on the food?
Yummy. She's a college student, though her attendance is spotty. Oh god. Though she avidly learns the material of whatever class. She has a record of not ever bothering with the homework.
Dude, she's so smart, but she gets it, Ben.
Yeah, she's too busy playing fucking Idol fucking champions or whatever.
Cookie clicker.
Cookie clicker. Her job record starts at 16 and spirals all over the place. A pattern of 6 months here, 6 months there is evident. She's usually looking for something new on the first day. She always tells herself it's just in case. In reality, she knows she'll be bored in a weekend. She supplements her income with what she insists to be her parent. Assist to her parents is a lucrative business of online art commissions. Fuck you.
No.
But, okay, but in reality is something akin to cam girling. Oh. Okay, I mean, honestly, you can be you're telling me that... Okay, I would like to say that I can't say because Liam's fucking here. God damn it!
Turn on Camhor website.
All I'm saying is there's some characters.
Piles of shit and toilet paper and shit covering her wall, and she has a bunch of drawings on her naked body that she's drawn with marker.
That's hot.
This is just me.
That's hot. Listen, in Persona 5, you're out of your mind if you don't think some of those girls would be cam whoring. You're out of your fucking gourd. You're out of your gourd. Anyway.
Handsome VTuber.
However, this is a woman who canonically smells like shit. Anyway. Yeah, so...
She revels in the attention.
She revels in the attention, but almost more so, the ability to just turn it off whenever she'd like. It's the one aspect of her life she has complete control over, and she keeps it in a vice grip.
Her cam girl career.
Oh my god, the world can come crashing down at any moment, except that I control when these men come.
Yeah, literally.
The cock steppening.
The only stable thing in my life is my porn career. Yeah,
I control when I show titty.
That checks out. That's sick.
I control the semen, which case I control the means of production. Rise up, proletariat.
Oh my god!
All right, here we go. Romantically, she's never been particularly there, though she does currently have a boyfriend, long distance style. His name is Ben.
No, it's Matthew.
No, it says Ben. A punk kid in Ohio that she's head over heels for.
Stop ruining the fact that she wrote she has a boyfriend in Scotland. The Ohio joke's funny. This is funnier.
What's there in Scotland in Ohio? Listen, the Scottish have their Highlander ghosts that we've seen on Dark Place, and
I fucking can't believe what I was reading when I read this. This time I got this. His name is Matthew.
I can't believe that she would be like. They would literally be so bold as to be like, "Yeah, I have a boyfriend who's cool with me cam whoring. I'm a cuck.
He's a punk cuck.
I still love her, man. Even if she came back right now, I'd say like
even covered in their cum, dude.
Yeah, they've never met in person. Fucking awesome. He plays in a prog rock band. Fuck off. But he's classically trained multi-instrumentalist. Cool, play that character. She's very supportive of his music, but she honestly thinks his bands are a little bit shit. She either gets better bandmates or goes back to classical. The violin she bought shortly after meeting him was in no way related to his interest in music. She swears.
Okay.
Very fucking cool. Oh,
Well,
look,
it's fine.
more. That wasn't even her backstory.
Now
That
it's
was
her
just her personality. Liza, I'm gonna kill myself.
Let's leave her backstory, guys. Any guesses at her arcana yet?
I feel like I'm blood.
You can tap out if you need it, but I'll call you a coward.
Oh,
hey guys, guesses for her arcana yet?
Oh man, she's all over the place.
Mm.
But
Empress?
I have to go.
I'll always remember her as the Richard. You have to remember. Come on,
Empress.
I won't. No, Liam.
I don't know. Justice.
No,
You?
Richard.
See, I remember her, but I don't exactly remember her arcana.
All right,
Okay.
we'll see if the backstory
Well, no,
helps.
stop. Richard, I will remind you. She swaps identities like she's trying on a different shoe.
Oh yeah, that part.
I wish I was her shit.
I do wish I was his shit. I want my smelly GF who cam whores, and I go, can you please
GF.
stop? And she goes, no, I will not
No,
stop.
get a better band.
No, move out. Literally shut the fuck up. I will live in the Final Fantasy house and you can't stop me.
Oh, God, she is.
Yes, honey.
Well, swaps
Yes.
identities. I certainly hope she's not a moon.
No,
Got a
Richard, come
backstory.
on.
Got a backstory.
Okay.
Come on.
You're right. Okay. Oh my fucking god! Kill thyself, friend.
It never ends.
Literally kill yourself. So, she grew up a nerdy socialite in a small town where meddling was a pop.
Muddin.
Muddin? Muddin?
Yeah.
Mudding?
Muddin. Yeah. Yeah, Liam, you know what mudding is, right?
Like with trucks?
Yeah.
Yeah, going mudding, yeah.
Yeah,
You know what
it's like
mudding is, Ben?
off-roading, Ben.
That's not something we have here.
Well,
You
yeah,
just get in a
Probably
big
because there's
truck
so many
and just,
hills and
drive
you roll
around in
down it
mud.
and die.
this is what you do. This is mudding.
Yeah, that's a Florida classic. If you're like,
I hope the Florida Classic's dying from heat.
You go into the glades and you mud.
Yeah, no,
I hope you go into the glades and die.
What the fuck?
Muddin!
it's like a redneck thing.
It's literally
Hey.
driving your truck in the dirt and going, woo!
We won't say the N word. We won't say the redneck word either.
Yeah,
since I just said it.
If you can't say the N word, then you can't say the R word.
Exactly. Thank you.
Or that's God is.
I gotta get through this. So shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Okay, she was markedly strange. No, but almost overbearingly friendly towards damn near everyone. She lived by the phrase "Jack of all trades, master of none, still better than a master of one."
Oh my fucking god.
That is awesome. I want to play a bard now. And spent most of her free time taking extra classes at the community center.
Oh, I fucking bet.
I bet, bitch. You're like a fucking loser. You're like
I don't
what?
do
Shut the
homework,
fuck
but I
up.
did a bunch of classes.
Well, in public, she kept a great deal of friends, but outside of no, you already fucked up. You can't have a bunch of friends. Your characters, no way your character's friends.
She's so friendly. No, Ben, see, they're fake friends. Keep reading.
Oh my god. I wish my lungs were filling with blood right now. But outside of class, she seemed to keep none at all. Oh, okay. She felt very little, if any, connection to her peers. Though she did have a close-knit group of friends online. Oh my god. Me!
Online gamer.
One single friend she liked enough to hang out with outside of school, named Blake.
Taylor.
He was an astoundingly quiet child with a profound
I like how
interest in etymology.
I like how you did that just because I could be like dozing off and you just said it like just to like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
For the viewers and Ben's for the co-hosts.
It's
Shock
you
your
know,
sister.
it's the jumper cables to the balls.
Yeah.
The general consensus around school was that he was too polite, and was too persistent for him to shake her. Wait, for him to shake her.
She was too persistent.
Oh, she was. I'm sorry, she was super shaker, because for most onlookers, it appears she just cornered him, insisted he was her friend. Their eventual falling out still weighs on her heavily, though 3 years have passed. She set him up with the girl he liked without him knowing, and the date went spectacularly badly, excuse me.
Yeah.
He stopped coming to school shortly after and refused to answer any of her attempts to contact him, and she's insanely worried that he's dead.
This motherfucker, Taylor went on a bad date and fucking went fucking off the grid. Are you fucking for real, dude?
He's a glow in the dark.
He's in a ditch somewhere.
In reality, he had all the credits necessary to skip through his last year of high school. No, and he was pretty much done with the shit. The shit after that. He cut ties and went to college a few states over.
Cool little story. That character's not relevant.
No. Blake really, I think, ties their story together.
All right.
Yeah, Blake Taylor, I think it's his full name.
Yeah.
People she didn't get along with. She didn't get along with violently. Oh my god.
Yeah.
There were people who were a particular brand of rude to her, or had done something somewhere along the line that had filed them permanently into her asshole category.
Oh my
she
god.
dealt with any shit that they tried to start with. Wait, any shit they tried to start with punching? What?
Yup.
Fuck off. She got suspended. Okay. You know what? I kneel Lily Sama. It actually fits this character even worse. How? I kneel.
I'm like a little hippie who's like a whore, and like I'm
like a
friendly
whore.
but a little pushy. But
you don't get to be Cat and Sam. You have to pick one. You have to pick one. You can't be both.
That's accurate though. He's right. Don't fucking boo him.
You have to be Cat or
He's
Sam.
right, but this fucker just said Sam and Cat.
Oh, Liam, is that so? Huh?
Is that too far?
I can be down the floor at any time, bro, for a fist fight.
Finish up. This is amazing. I love this.
Okay. She got suspended somewhat frequently because of this. I doubt that.
No.
She also got the shit kicked out of her once or twice because while she was decent at punching, parentheses, it was one of her and her brother's favorite games.
Yeah, punching each other.
Yeah, the good old punch each other game. She was also 5'3". She was also a 5'3" teenage girl that barely weighed more than 100 pounds. And she tried to fight like a schoolyard Jiren and got her ass kicked.
Respect to this guy, because he did the meme where my girl punches back, but then followed. She got the shit kicked out of her because of this, because she's a 5'3" girl. He didn't go like she was a brawler. She
played football.
To quote Lily, she had extreme durability. No,
Hiram Lodge couldn't catch that girl.
It's like, no, she got the shit kicked out of her. Awesome.
Very base.
Imagine getting punched by a 5'3" teen girl and then beating the shit out of her, though. What the fuck?
I don't have to imagine.
Just throw her to the ground. Happen. Don't fucking curb stomp her.
Nah,
I beat up Blake.
Bro.
Blake's not a girl, although
he's
not even here to contest it.
He already went through so much trouble. He went to the college a couple states off, dude. Come on. Oh, here. Hey, Ben, read this next paragraph that starts with a sentence that makes no sense.
No, I'm good.
No, keep going, Ben.
Alright. I'm sorry. Oh, God.
This sentence makes no sense.
It's like they wrote each paragraph on a different day.
Yeah, 100%.
She's always had an excellent relationship with her parents.
No, she didn't.
No, she didn't. Shut up.
She didn't. This bitch had a good relationship with her parents. Actually kill yourself.
Oh,
That's
never mind. I saw a word that's going to make me go off. Hold on.
Right.
Relationship with parents, and while they often have no idea what the hell she's doing, they're supportive of most of it. So long as it's not a danger. They casually put her in therapy when she started dabbling in the occult. While that checked out fine. Wait, that checked out fine?
Like she was fine.
Okay,
they gave her a passing grade.
They gave her a passing grade. As it turns out, D&D is not actually about summoning demons. She has stayed in it even to the present day. Okay. Does she switch therapists on moving to the city for school?
Oh, good little consistency detail, thanks.
Their names are Noah and Richard.
Okay.
And they're of the... You let me have that one! Fuck you!
It's so innocuous. Anyway,
Okay,
Catherine and Lucas Holst.
Yeah, Catherine and Lucas Holst. And they're of the laissez-faire, vaguely Christian folk that do their best. I mostly try and get by with her enjoyable life. Catherine has an exciting job as a secretary at a car insurance business.
I think that's sarcastic because this person's an asshole.
While Lucas is the owner of a small-scale contracting firm. Oh my god, it's Archie.
I love hearing about these parents. This really rivets me.
Catherine really likes
He works at the business school.
Wait!
Shut up! Shut up!
Shut
Your mom likes.
Shut the fuck up! Catherine really likes detective shows, and Lucas enjoys blowing stuff up online in his free time.
Yeah.
This'll and him occasionally play online together, although she prefers fantasy, and he likes war games and sci-fi. They usually settle on TF2 and end up ignoring everything else to see who can kill the other the most, to the chagrin of everyone playing with them. When they end up on the same team, he takes heavy and she goes medic, and they usually destroy everything.
You guys are not fucking sleeping on that she plays TF2
and
for
everybody
dad.
clapped. And everybody clapped.
We had multiple sentences describing how she plays TF2 for dad. We are not sleeping on this, right?
Yeah, that's what woke me after this. All right,
I fucking can't
shut the
believe
fuck up, Noah.
Does it say what class she plays?
Yeah, were you not paying attention?
Liam,
Literally, the last sentence was she plays medic.
She plays healer because she's a girl.
Because she's a girl.
She's a heal
medic.
Slut. She's a heal slut.
I heard meta.
You have brain rot. Redefine, break the metal, Liam. The meta has changed.
Her brother is her partner in crime and always has been. He's a year older than her, and his name is Noah. And anything they do at any given time is a competition, a friendly one, and there are very rarely hard feelings. But everything must be made into a competition. Making dinner, I could chop these carrots before you can get that meat cooked. I can drive you to the hospital before you bleed out. You're on. They always push each other to do better. They always enjoy their time together. They go to the same college and thus live in the same city, and they visit each other frequently. She hangs with her friends, even when she has someone she's testing the waters with. So, DM, I need you to put my brother in your game.
Liam, I need you to put your brother in my game, and he needs to be okay with me trying to fuck his friends.
Yes. All right. Speaking of, she's currently collected a small group of people that she's trying to get to know with the advice of her therapist. 3 girls, one of which she already hates. The other 2 she's not sure about. They go out for drinks every now and then.
And that's it.
Finn.
Awesome. Right, so what's she currently struggling with, Ben?
Finding out who she wants to be, because she, changes her fucking literally bipolar. She literally just has bipolar shit, I guess.
Type A personality disorder, bros.
Mm-hmm. Building and wanting meaningful relationships with other people. Oh, so every character ever. Cool.
Based.
Coping with the rather harsh reality of the world.
Okay.
Sounds like your character's been cruising. Hold on. Find it. Yes! Sorry. I had to unleam. Alright, next one. Would it be healthy as opposed to her current life of junk food and refusing sleep?
Oh, awesome. She's disgusting.
She's literally just a need. Except she's not, because she's like, I don't know, dealing with her self-imposed loneliness. You're not. Literally shut the fuck up. Managing her rather explosive temper when it rears up.
What are her defining beliefs?
If you know a bit of everything, you can get yourself through anything. Shut the fuck up. Everything always ends and everything always changes, so you always have to be prepared. There is and are higher powers. You could take some control over your own life through magic if you work at it.
Awesome.
Everything is connected. Everything.
Hold on. Okay, sorry. I'm just... I had to get up for a second. I was still listening throughout that.
Yeah.
I want to kill myself because while I was doing something, listening to this, I just had a thought in my head that was like, wait, this is like a Persona character.
This is a Persona character.
I literally forgot. Okay, if anyone is listening, if anyone is listening to this, no one gives a fuck about your character's friend groups they're trying to get to know at the moment, but don't actually. I don't fucking care about your fucking family too much. I want to know about
I definitely don't care what your dad's TF2 class is.
I want to know about your fucking character. And, not even this much.
We're almost done.
Yeah.
The answer is anything at any given time is both yes and no. Fuck you. On the scale of true things, nothing actually matters, so do what matters to you. Yes,
okay, final time, guys. What is her arcana?
It's so easy.
Blake.
No, they don't get a second guess. A second guess.
Blake.
What the fool?
Liam.
Idiot.
Richard.
I guess Liam isn't here.
Richard, come on.
Is she the hermit?
Jesus
No.
Christ, Richard. Embarrassing.
I'm
show.
a little
Liam,
disappointed.
One last chance. Liam, answer. All right, just say it.
It's Death.
It's Death. Bro,
Death.
She
She is change incarnate.
Oh, I'm gonna blow my brains out.
Remember this, Richard? She is change incarnate. She constantly seeks radical changes. She constantly sheds her old skin or old stuff like skins and starts to new. So this actually is coming back to me now, reading this, because I now remember the context of seeing this.
She is change incarnate.
Fucking
Because
God.
So
I remember
embarrassed.
talking to you, Richard, and I'm like,
So embarrassing.
you're like, yeah, you did Deathbend. I'm like, yeah, I did Death. And you're like, yeah, it's kind of hard to do. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I guess it is kind of, right? And you're like, yeah. You should see
Noah
this
in
shit.
the
Like,
background.
you should see some of the other people that like try to do Death. Like, what do you mean? And then this showed up, and I was like, oh.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, they
The
literally
devil.
like they took change like way too literally.
I'm extra. All right, what's her persona?
Belial.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, get out of here.
While he is a demon of great evil. What are evil actions? He creates good and positive change.
Through what are evil
Shut
actions?
the
He
fuck-
creates
Oh,
good and yeah, Belial does good.
Yeah, okay, anyway. He is a king of hell who wears many faces and echoes into himself. While he is shrewd and ruthless, his silver tongue speaks with the exact lies to tempt anyone into trusting the king of lies. This soul is not inherently evil, but who his is and his nature of deception appeal to her greatly. Plus, no one actually knows what Belial's end goal is. He puts his hands in strange things all for his own gain, but to unknown ends. I guess it's probably going to be to increase. Never mind. This got a bit long on me. Please let me know if you find anything change or if she's a no-go.
Hey Ben, who suggests changes for this character?
Who?
Yeah, who are the two of us to say something to improve Rebecca here?
Oh my God, I don't even know what to say. I guess I'll go with Richard.
Okay.
Oh boy.
And I kind of want to like CBT Liam.
Don't pick me. Don't pick me.
Liam.
I don't have an answer.
What the fuck?
Well, you can force Liam to lose.
No, I want Blake to do it. He's smart.
Base, true. Blake is smart. All right, Richard, you're up first.
Alrighty. Well, first of all, there's just too much here to unpack. I would go in with a fine-tooth comb and find everything that's not essential to the character and just kind of like cut it out of the character introduction, because while that stuff could remain as parts of the character, it does not all need to be there in the selling the GM on it. The biggest thing I would do is realize that this character would work dropping the whole is change incarnate thing, because that was only like said in like 7 total sentences of this thing. And you could go with how the character is obviously a smelly girl who stays inside and cam whores, and actually make her the thing I was thinking and gave the wrong arcana of, because I was thinking of this. And it's like, you could make her a hermit because she is a fucking neat who is a hoarder and likes everything for the learning of the knowledge and stuff. And how did she describe how the character changes at all, actually?
She didn't. She just kept saying she
didn't.
changes, I swear, but she gave a consistent image of her.
Yeah,
She gave a consistent image of a character who would make a... I mean,
Her
I
change
still
was
don't
that
like
she
it.
loses jobs.
Her changes what you lose. You can make a character who is secluding themselves to learn all this useless stuff instead of something useful, but put some tiny gems in there. If it's like, oh, this character really likes some of these few interesting things like music or theater or whatever, you need to have something in there to have the character stick to make it be like, there's a way out of this situation. There's a way out of this garbage dump the character has stuck themselves in. They're just not seeing it because they're too full of themselves.
Yeah.
You basically
Or you could make her smelly.
Or you could make her smell. You basically need one central driving focus. But even though there's so much in there, the character is deluding themselves with is a shining light in the dark.
Character focus and my Roll20 characters? Hell no.
You
All right,
said
Blake.
to give a criticism that would make it better, Noah.
No, you did. Blake, what's yours?
All right, I already thought of something. So
Yeah.
here is why I'm not going to change anything, and this character is actually pretty based. Which is the way you take what is written and then go forward with it once you start playing is the way I think you can play this character and actually do it fairly well. Is you hard go into the like changed aspect of it. And as you start the game, especially when like the persona elements start getting introduced of like whatever the game's hook is starts manifesting, you have this character change in a clear way of they focus very heavily on like the hook and all of these superfluous elements that don't really matter can be waylaid for a time. So say she spent a lot of time with her brother cruising for dudes or stuff like that, or like played a lot of TF2 with her dad. You can actually show the importance of what is going on to your character by starting to ignore a lot of those aspects and have her even like start to ignore a lot of the things that you established were important to her. And that can also play into the future of this character and how she might change again and pivot. Because you can show this character's weakness in a way of she might like get too focused on like whatever's new in her life. In aspects like that. So in the future, you can have her grow by the fact that maybe she can learn to accept and like kind of bring everything together in the future of like, hey, she's ignoring all these things because new things going on and she's kind of focusing on that. But then in the future, she learns to accept the things she might have like foregone, and is constantly kind of evolving and adapting to the current situation and growing as a person.
Yeah, my suggestion is make her my girlfriend.
That works too.
Okay. Right. Okay. It's time to break out the really bad ones, then we're done. Richard, who the fuck are you gonna subject to reading that? Yourself?
I will do it myself.
Excellent, please. You have the floor. Hello, welcome to my Persona game. You are applying to my Persona game.
Yes, you are applying to my Persona game. You are giving me a character that is part of the Persona universe that has a persona. And we may be using this one system, but is associated with Marvel and superheroes, but it's been modified for Persona use.
Yes.
So please, give me your Persona.
Yeah, please.
This is, hands down, the application that everyone in my game has seen, and it completely floored them. So I'm just going to go through it. Stop me whenever you want, but unless you stop me, I'm just going to barrel into it.
No, keep going.
Application Midnight Stalker by Finn D.
This name?
Yeah.
His name is Finn D on Roll20, yes.
No, like, what's the character's name?
Midnight Stalker.
Are you fucking... You got gunk in your ear?
It's like a legitimate just name. That's what he wants to be called.
Well, let's move in, man. Character name, Dun Victor. In parentheses, Midnight Stalker. Character age. Yeah, Dun Victor's his name. His age, 16.
Cool.
Character appearance, black hair. Olive skin, pasty completion. That's supposed to be complexion. Most charismatic person you have ever met.
That's in his appearance.
That's in his appearance.
Most charismatic.
What's your character's arcana, Victor?
Funniest fucking dude in the world.
Wait, how can you be like olive skinned and pasty? Isn't olive skin like darker?
Yup.
Like, olive skin is how I like.
Liam, he's an enigma.
Olive skin is how I like.
Tanned and pale.
Yeah, like olive skin is what I described like a character like Ivy.
Like an Italian.
Yeah, she's also super pasty.
Yes.
Yes. Which is
So,
also.
he's the most charismatic person you've ever met. Though. Character's arcana. Strength.
Why are you strength?
Victor believes that true strength lies in yourself, not anywhere else.
Okay, I guess. What's your persona?
Himself.
Oh,
It will make sense later.
It will make parentheses. It will make sense later.
Okay, I guess I'll leave it till then.
I guess we'll leave it till then.
All right, what does this character fit this Arcana?
He is a hardcore atheist and believes that all gods fake and any superpowers that will appear are self-made.
Fuck.
Really into comics, massive fan.
Fuck. Wait, is that like him making sense of it?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's in parentheses.
Yeah, it's in parentheses and it's all caps.
Yeah. Yeah, Victor is a really big comics fan.
Well, I bet you want to hear a bit more about this character.
Of course I do.
A brief character history. Victor never had superpowers, even though he always thought he would. Having seen them in comics so much, he thought that with his intellect comparable to Tesla and Einstein, he thought he would at least have super intelligence or something. But he never exhibited any at all, so he decided to use his vast intellect and 5 complete scholarships worth of money from prizes to build a suit of scientific masterwork with power. That's not the end of the sentence, Blake.
Okay, go on.
To build a suit of scientific masterwork with power to go toe-to-toe with superhumans from the comics, or so he hoped, and train his body to compete even without his standard nightstick and taser in his mind to resist nearly all psychic control and attacks, and shield his mind from all mind reading and telepathy. Or so he believes.
Oh shit! I doesn't know for real though. He
No,
thinks it works this way.
He's never tested.
Not fully tested, honestly.
Victor then traveled to Central Europe to secretly train under the guise of being a student, even though he graduated 4 years ago. At night, the Midnight Stalker will go out and fight crime against criminals worthy of his massive power and prestige.
Honestly, it's pretty embarrassing.
Sorry if this description is badly worded and rushed. It was 1 a.m. and I just found this group.
It's honestly
14 exclamation marks on both sides of that sentence.
It's honestly pretty embarrassing of you guys that you took this seriously.
Yeah, I know.
What do you mean?
There's no way this is real.
No, it's real.
No,
there's no way this is real, dickhead.
The Midnight Stalker is my favorite.
What the fuck do you mean, Blake? He just thought he was applying to a superhero game. He has this whole stat sheet down here.
Yeah.
This is a character for like a Marvel game, Blake.
Yeah. He just saw the system. He didn't even read anything.
But he somehow read personas and like thought he understood what they were talking about.
Yes.
Maybe he thought it meant like, you know, your hero persona. Yeah, your identity.
Which makes no sense
your
with the
secret hero name.
Which makes no sense with the description, but I know what you mean and believe that. Kind of. But it still is confusing, so continue.
Yeah. Let's finish his personal history concept.
Yeah.
Don Victor's parents were never really around and didn't have much to do with him. Much to do with him. Being leaders of a business empire called Google takes a lot of time. Yeah, we can stop at that.
It's not capitalized either.
It's not capitalized.
Damn. Oh, Don Victor's parents, the CEOs of Google. Both of them. Based.
Yeah. Being leaders of a business empire called Google takes a lot of time, but the time they did share was happy and sweet until they said to learn humility he should go back to the most prestigious college in all of Europe to compete against the brightest minds in the world. Victor never had hard feelings against them, and Google hangouts them every night. Don't mention Skype.
Fuck me. It actually says parentheses don't mention Skype. Yeah. Fuck. Oh.
What if you went back right now and he edited this like a couple years ago and said don't mention Discord?
Don't mention Discord. That'd be awesome.
Hilarious. And in turn, he told them about how he was a vigilante and they responded well by sending him to all the best combat masters in the world, armed better than ever before.
KK, my favorite.
Armed better than ever before, Victor was ready to face the world for good and put it right all by himself. We're at the best part now.
Okay, why is your character here, Victor?
See above.
Oh, okay, so what's your reason to stick around here?
See above.
Okay, that doesn't answer any of my questions, but how about what your weakness is?
Arrogance.
40
With about
exclamation
1 billion
marks.
exclamation marks. And all caps.
Caps. And then Victor proceeds to then put his Marvel Heroics character sheet down.
Oh yeah, he does.
Which also looks like a cringe one, by the way, if I'm going to be honest. He just has a Desert Eagle.
Here's how that's listed. It says attacks, martial arts, D6, nightstick, D8, taser, D6 plus stun, desert eel, 0.50, D10.
It's his 50
D10.
No, it's like 50.50 and then like D10. It's like, I think he meant, I hope he meant caliber, but I don't know.
I hope so too.
Kevlar titanium body armor, D10. Modified riot helmet, D6.
Oh yeah.
It's got D10 solo though, pretty based.
He did list immunity to mind control under his power sets.
He does have mental resistance D12, inhuman drive, and charismatic overturn D10.
Why would you need both mental resistance and immunity to mind reading?
I don't know, but he also needs genius intellect added D8 for any mental checks.
You're right, just any mental checks.
He's a combat master, tech master, acrobatic expert, and menace expert.
Yep, sure
you guys are fucking shook.
So that was the most legendary application I ever got.
Yeah, he just wanted to play Marvel. He didn't understand what he was getting into.
Oh, yeah. Midnight Stalker, when you first showed it to me, had me laughing. I mean, weakness, arrogance.
Weakness, arrogance, and see above, see above. My favorite will always be his persona is himself. This will make sense later. It never is qualified or explained.
It doesn't make sense later.
Never explained later.
He tried to lampshade it. He tried to get it past you because he's like, I don't know what that means. I'll just say it makes sense later.
Yeah.
What do you say, guys? I would say there's nothing to improve Midnight Stalker. I think
there is nothing to improve.
Yeah, let him in.
He's perfect.
Did you
Midnight Stalker is perfect.
Yeah, I like how you actually gave him the auto response when you missed like some other guy who was bad. You gave Midnight Stalker this one, but ignored one other guy. That's fucked up.
You're correct. I did give Midnight Stalker the auto response, and I ignored someone else.
Okay,
we're only human, right?
We got one more in us, boys.
No.
Wait, we're not ending off of Midnight Stalker? You're insane.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, do you got something plans better than Midnight Stalker?
No, I think it's a pretty good plan.
That's my personal favorite.
I think I have one that's better.
So we can save that for next time.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we probably will have a lot when we actually get to talking about,
Yeah.
Lily and
Well, I'm sorry, folks. I wanted to bring you one of the greatest ones, but we're done for today. I guess you'll have to watch the next episode.
Yeah, good.
Get us some fucking views, man. View bought our shit, please.
Can you give a hint for the viewers to entice them to watch the next episode now?
Oh boy, I wonder if I'll be in it.
I wonder if Richard will be in it.
We'll see if our guest character returns.
Well, allow me to read an excerpt from the next character. How's your character fit the Arcana? Respecting justice. Lance knows exactly what his mother did was wrong, but he doesn't care. She is his mother, and the time they lost together can never be repaired. He knows it's wrong because she taught him the difference between them.
And on that note,
some substantial shit.
We will see the true machinations of that character next time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But maybe not next week, because to date the episode is Thanksgiving next week, so who knows if we're going to have an episode.
Yeah, we might record early, might not put it up. Who knows, bros?
We'll see.
We'll see, bros.
Either way, we'll see you next time. Any last words, anyone?
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Do you guys think Persona characters are worse than RWBY characters on Roll20?
No.
Comment below. Do you guys think so?
No,
I think so.
I think they have much less substance. Definitely.
That's I guess.
I think RWBY characters have so much more grounds to be funny. because like
Yeah.
you're picking like a
that is fair.
You're picking like a fairy tale inspiration. It's more like fantastical in like setting. So,
I think
like,
Persona's
RWBY
funny because these people write insane shit.
but it's like more skits, so funny.
RWBY's funny
Yeah.
because no one knows how the world works,
Yeah,
and neither do the writers.
but Persona people don't know
And
how
then-
the world works either. Have you seen the shit they write?
But Persona, not knowing how the world works, just makes your character silly.
You don't think these people are silly for writing a realistic character where they're like...
I don't know what point I'm trying to make. It makes
Yeah.
sense in my head.
No,
Yeah.
I understand.
It's the type of goofiness, you know?
So
I just...
Yeah.
if you like what we do here, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share with people you think might be interested. Please check out the Records of Remnant, our RWBY Tabletop game on the channel. The One Piece New Dawn Pirates game also eventually on the channel. Link in description below for the channel that has the old episodes of that. Other than that, please join us next time as we go on our Supernova Safari. And we will see you then. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye!
Okay.
Grab yourself a seat and keep those hands in the vehicle at all times. You're about to be taken on a ride through the untamed wilds of internet role-playing. Observe them in their natural habitat.
So you head out.
You know
So
that would be
you-
funny. I didn't know there'd be consequences.
Enjoy the splendor of their spurgery.
Felix, who is the lion fauna,
And feast your eyes upon the questionable creations of internet randoms.
Actually, I've never DM'd before.
This is the Supernova Safari.